Fuck, I knew I'd get it, brother. Joining us, he is a 35-year Army vet, was also with the Army National Guard, 25 years with the Champaign PD, and is now an instructor with PTI. But that asshole is ending soon too, right?
No, the PTI thing is
still going to stick with that?
Still going to stick with that, yeah.
Perfect, man. That's awesome. Welcome to the show, brother. How are you feeling?
Thanks, man. Good. Yeah, glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
So you actually have started watching the podcast from the start, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like, so for the past year, I've been teaching ROTC, Army ROTC, and, you know, sitting in my office, it was like, oh, turn Spotify on, listen to the news, you know, and then when the podcast popped up, you know, on my feed, I was like, oh yeah, I'll listen to that, and started listening to it. And I'm like, man, this is good stuff. So,
no shit.
Yeah.
How's it feel being on a show, man? Is it kind of surreal?
It is kind of surreal. Yeah. I'm like, man, you know, other people are going to watch me now talk about stuff. You know, it's like,
and we're going to get into it, man, today.
Yeah.
So how was like being, I guess, an instructor for ROTC, or would you call yourself a professor?
No, I was definitely not a professor. Like, but it was great. It's a good gig, you know. And
yeah.
I think, you know, you hear people talk all the time about, oh, kids these days. You know, the good ones are still out there. Like, there's kids that want to serve and want to do that stuff, and it was a real pleasure to, you know, be able to work with those kids and kind of start them down that path.
Yeah.
Of being an officer in the Army. So, yeah, I did that for a year. Started out down at Eastern Illinois University with the program down there, and really enjoyed that. Great staff down there too, you know, working with them, and then the kids down there were a great bunch. Then I was a contractor, so they moved my position up to Olivet Nazarene University up here in Bourbonnais. So I told him I would, you know, hey, I'll make the drive. We'll see how it goes, and then I'll evaluate. And I made the decision to leave, not because of anything that Olivet did or the staff or the program or the kids up there. It's just the drive was just crushing me.
Yeah, man, you're saying it's like an hour and a half each way. That's 3 hours of your day gone, dude. Yeah. That's fucking nuts.
Yeah, but you know, again, great program at Olivet. You know, great kids. You know, enthusiastic about, you know, learning about leadership and you know what the Army is all about, and getting in there and you know, working towards that goal of becoming a lieutenant.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the cadre too, great cadre there.
Yeah,
real, you know, good stuff. So, but you know, it was tedious making that drive every day, and it was.
Well, you said you were burning through audiobooks. I'm like, that's how I would do it too. Audiobooks or like podcasts or like anything long-term content just to consume, just to help make that drive less freaking miserable.
Yeah, because, you know, the radio, it's like over same songs, you know, same 15, 20 songs, and you're like, oh man, I just heard this one an hour ago.
Yeah. Or like 30 minutes ago, and I'm not even an hour into my drive.
Yeah, right. So yeah, the books and the podcasts were a godsend, making that drive every day.
That's awesome, brother. Well, let's tell everyone a little bit about yourself.
So like you said, you know, 25 years at Champaign PD, 35 years in the Army and / Army National Guard. Grew up in Southern Illinois, down in Marion County.
Marion County, what's the town?
Salem.
Salem, okay.
Yeah. So I grew up in a smaller town south of Salem. Like, the town I grew up in was only 250 people.
No way.
Oh yeah. Like,
what's the town name?
Kell.
Never heard of it.
Yeah. Nope.
What's it near? Salem.
In between Salem and Mount Vernon.
Okay.
You know, like, but I went to high school in Salem.
Okay.
You know, so, I grew up down there, you know, doing the whole country kid thing, you know, working on farms when I was a kid, and hunting and fishing and doing all that stuff. And
dude, farm work is no joke.
It's no joke.
No
right?
joke.
Like, I mean, and now, like, during the summer when it's really hot outside, I'm like, how did I
do it?
How did I, you know, toss 100-pound bales of hay onto a wagon when it's 105 outside? Like, yeah, I don't know, man, but I did it. Yeah.
My buddy's he's a Lockport firefighter. His wife, her dad's like a huge farmer. So I text him like, hey man, like it was after my shoot. I'm like, I want to do a little rehab. I want to really get in shape. I'm like, let me know when you guys are throwing hay around. I'm like, I want to be there. He's like, no, you don't.
No.
He's like, you do not want to be there for that.
And dude, you know he knows because you marry into a farming family. Like, you're a farmer now. Like, like my one of my sisters, she married a guy whose families are big farmers down where we grew up, and she's like full-time farm wife.
Oh, dude,
yeah, like,
it's crazy. And they have horses, and his wife's a barrel racer. Oh. She's like an ER nurse. She's a fucking badass.
Do they even sleep?
No,
like I mean.
I'm text him like, Ryan, what are you doing today? He's like, it's building the chicken coop. I'm like, dude, where do you fucking find the time?
I'm gonna build a chicken coop. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Then I'm gonna like sleep for 2 hours and then get up and do it again.
Yeah, I think he'll send me like a Snapchat of him like fucking just driving his tractor, plowing a field or some shit. I'm like, it actually looks like a lot of fucking fun. Like I would do that shit.
Yeah,
I would love to put on a fucking podcast and till a fucking
and just go
till a field. Yeah, let's go, brother. I actually as I get older and older and older, the more I want to be out in the fucking country in the middle of nowhere. You know how many times I've been on Zillow, dude, and looking at like property, like, let me see how many acres I could buy. Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah, that's where it's at.
Like, brother.
Yeah, and that's that's the environment I grew up in.
Love it.
I mean, it was like, motorcycles and ATVs and freaking doing all that stuff outside. So,
Small town too. It's like everyone knows everybody.
Yeah, yeah. And the crazy part, and part of the thing that I think, well, actually, 2 events when I was growing up kind of drove me to go into law enforcement was, the summer after my senior year in high school, my next door neighbor's daughter was kidnapped and murdered.
Get the fuck out.
Amy Schmidt. Yeah, it happened over like 4th of July weekend. And like the whole town was out looking for this little girl. But yeah, they live right next door to me. So if you look, they actually did like a Dateline thing.
Do you remember anything about the case? They take her out of the front yard? They go in the house?
So she was walking. We lived about a half mile outside of town, right? So she was walking from her house into town to go find her brother, because we're talking before cell phones. And,
right.
We're
the good old days.
Can't track kids, So she was actually walking into town to find her brother. This guy, come to find out the guy that did it lived another half mile down the road.
Wow.
Guy picked her up, took her out, and there's a lot of oil field roads in southern Illinois. So he took her out on an oil field road and sexually assaulted her and murdered her. And then they found her body. I think 2 days after she went missing, a guy checking one of the oil wells.
Yeah, I found her.
But I was standing when the sheriff notified her dad. I was like, we were all at the fire station.
Oh, no, man.
I was standing right there, and it was not good.
No, it's not good.
And then
some sick fucks in this world.
Oh, horrible. Yeah, just absolutely. And that guy, like, they caught him because he fled. He went out to North or South Dakota or somewhere out there, and like they found his car out there, or like a park ranger found it and ran the plate, and they're like, hey, this guy's a freaking homicide suspect from Illinois.
Really?
Yeah.
And that's how they caught him?
It's crazy. Yeah, he's in prison right now. He's appealed it a couple times.
Oh, I hope he burns in fucking hell. How do you fucking appeal that shit?
And Amy was 8, 9. I mean, she was
so fucked.
Fucked. Yeah. My kid's 8 right now.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be in jail too.
Yeah.
And he'd be dead.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
100%.
And then I think, before that, like a year or 2 before that, me and some friends were out riding our ATVs, right? Middle of the country, in the middle of nowhere. And we found a body. Like this dude had been shot and burned.
The fuck?
Oh, yeah. So that case, he was part of a group of local people that were, they were bringing drugs into Marion County from St. Louis, right?
Okay.
And he was skimming, and the other people found out
They don't like that.
and freaking whacked him, took him out in the country, lit him on fire, like, and we found the body.
That's fucking crazy.
Like, so within 2 years, you know, I had that and the whole thing with my neighbors.
So was that
daughter.
kind of like a precursor why you got into law enforcement, or why'd you?
It really was.
Really?
Like,
Okay.
yeah, because there was a time in my life when I really thought I wanted to be an architect,
Okay.
and I actually did 1 year in college.
Yeah.
You know, in the architecture program.
Brother, you fucked up. You should have went.
I know, right? Yeah. Hindsight's 2020.
I'm just fucking with you.
But man, yeah, it's like, you know, I was, you know, I'd be sitting in class and, you know, going through all this stuff, and I'm like, do I really want to spend the rest of my life sitting in an office and looking at plans and freaking, you know, like, you know, doing all this stuff, and it just it wasn't a fit. I thought it was a fit, you know.
I know
how
what
you are
mean,
when
brother.
you're 18. You're like, man, I want to do this. I'm going to make all this money. You know?
I was the same way. After I got out of the Coast Guard, I went into the construction. I was a project manager, assistant project manager, and I was like, I'm gonna make fucking money. This is gonna be great. Like I'm gonna be running these jobs. And just like you, I just hated the paperwork. I hated sitting behind a desk. I hated just not being out there doing the work and actually getting my hands dirty. And then when fucking Romanville called, I went running. I was like, see you guys later.
Yeah. So yeah, you know, I'd spent a year in college doing the architecture thing, and just, you know, it wasn't a good fit, and I wasn't performing well in college. You know,
Yeah, you're too busy fucking drinking.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, you know, maybe this isn't for me right now. So, decided to join the Army. You know, had a family friend who was a state trooper, and he's like, man, you need to join the Army, be an MP, you know, get some law enforcement experience behind you, and then come out and be a state trooper. And I'm like, all right, that's a plan. I'm in, right? So
I don't know about being a trooper, but
right.
Yeah.
I saw a bunch of our Illinois State Police friends on the way up here.
Yeah. Oh,
they're
be
everywhere
living
on
the expressway,
57.
dude. Oh,
it's crazy.
Oh yeah.
But
I was just wave at them.
Yeah.
Please don't pull me over.
Hey guys, have a nice day.
I know you're on your phone right now. You're not doing anything.
And they'll actually show up till your court date. They don't, even if it's a nice day, they think they got you.
Oh,
so
yeah.
get a good attorney.
Because they're coming.
There's actually a guy that retired from Champaign PD.
Okay.
That retired from Champaign PD, did 20 years, went to state police, and he's a state trooper right now.
Oh shit.
Down in Troop 7. Yeah. Rich Carroll.
Troop. I hate they switched to Troop.
Yeah, Rich is a great dude, man. Like,
awesome.
When they were doing his background, you know, like the background investigator called me, and he's like, "Oh, you know, would you hire him?" I said, "The only question I have for you guys is why would you not hire this guy? Like,
what a reference, brother. Let's go.
Physical stud. You know, just great cop.
He's handsome.
Yeah, he's the man.
You know how good he would look in a fucking Smokey the Bear hat?
Yeah, and he's a sergeant major in the National Guard.
No shit.
Yeah, guy's top notch guy.
Hey, you got to fluff up the boys, dude.
Yeah, right. Right.
You got to help up the boys.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say fluff up. Fluff up is actually a bad term.
Yeah, with your casting couch in the corner over there.
My cognac couch.
Yeah. So yeah, you know, decided to join the Army. Went and saw the recruiter, and took me 5 trips to MEPS to finally get enlisted.
Did you have to do the duck walk every time?
No, only once. Like, I had a heart murmur, so they had to, you know, you got to come back and do an EKG.
Mm-hmm.
I had knee surgery because I screwed my knee up playing football.
Yeah.
You know, had to go back and get a consult for that.
Yeah.
Went over there one time. I had, you know, some kind of viral upper respiratory infection. And they're like, "Oh, no, you got to come back." Finally, the 5th time I'm signing the papers. I'm like,
5th time's a charm, baby.
Yeah. And they're like, you know, they got the career counselors in there, and they're like, "Oh, you know, we could put you in as a radio operator." Or this. I'm like, it's MP or nothing. I'm like, you give me an MP slot around.
They're always trying to fill those fucking spots, bro. I already give you a fucking $5,000-$10,000 signing bonus. You go right to your MOS school and blah 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 blah. Yeah, no, I'm good, bro. Thank you.
I'm like, no, I want this or it's nothing.
I literally spread my cheeks to fucking, this doctor in the next room and did a duck walk with like 40 other grown ass men in my underwear. Like, I'm not here to play games, dude. Like, give me my spotter. That's it.
Some 80-year-old dude just finally said I'm good to go.
Yeah.
It's like.
That's just such a weird time.
It was.
It's so awkward. It's so quiet. Everyone's just standing there in their underwear, and they're like, all right, now we're going to do duck walks across this, and you're going to crouch, and you're going to do this, and everyone's in their underwear. It's just the weirdest fucking thing.
Yeah.
Weirdest thing.
Yeah. And you're like, oh, okay, this is how it's going to go.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so, signed up.
Got locked in with MP.
Got locked in. I think it took me like 6 months to ship, So I was in that delayed entry program.
Yep.
Shipped off and went down to Fort McClellan, Alabama. That's closed now. That's how you can tell I was no guy. I went to basic training and MP school down there. But,
How'd you like basic?
Oh, it was a culture shock, right?
Yeah.
Because, like, literally, the military is a cross-section of society. So,
oh, yeah.
And I grew up in Southern Illinois, literally, like, nobody from any varied ethnic backgrounds in my high school.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm freaking, here I am now with people
a melting
all
pot.
over the country, a melting pot, right? But, worked through it, some great, great, great people I went to training with down there. And, still in contact with a couple of them. Like one guy, him and I, the whole 4 years we were in active duty, we were in the same platoon.
No
the
shit.
Whole 4 years, like we did basic in MP school together. We went to Korea together. We went to Fort Riley, Kansas together.
No shit.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. You still stay in touch with him?
Oh yeah, he's my dude. Like
yeah.
I
got a few of those buddies.
Yeah.
Where my buddy Colin in Florida, like I was with him in the Coast Guard for maybe a year and a half, and best friends.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Still call him. I actually called him yesterday. Just like, what are you doing, fucker?
Yeah. Right.
Bro, I'm just watching the fucking hockey game. Cool, you fucking nerd.
Yeah.
You call me back like 4 hours later. I'm going to bed. See you.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So basic training, then you did 4 years of the military police?
Yeah, 4
active
years.
Duty.
Active duty, military police. First duty station was Korea.
Nice. How's Korea?
It was crazy. Like I was 19 years old, And,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I was there during the 88 Olympics.
Oh, shit.
So, yeah, got to go up and, see the Olympic Village in Seoul and do all that. Went to some events. And my favorite story about that is, so me and two of my buddies, right, we jump on a bus. We go up to Seoul, walking around the Olympic Village. And it was the first year that baseball was an Olympic sport, right?
No shit. Okay.
So the U.S. won the gold like the day before. So we're up there walking around, 3 pretty fit, young dudes.
Military age males.
Yeah. Military age males.
Males.
So, all these little Korean kids come running up to us and they're holding baseballs and stuff. And their teacher was with them. And she's like, oh, you're American baseball players. They want your autographs. So
yeah.
I'm like, okay. So I signed like 7 or 8 baseballs for these little kids and thinking that they were thinking that I was an American baseball player. So
that's awesome.
So, yeah. So somewhere there's, some
baseball signed.
Some middle-aged Korean person now that's got a baseball with my signature in a glass box somewhere.
And he thinks you were a fucking Olympic gold medalist.
Yeah. But yeah, it was good times.
How funny would that be? They're going to the pawn shop to sell that thing. They're like, who the fuck is Mike Alvis?
Yeah, right. They're like, who's this guy?
It says private first class.
We don't, for it.
Yeah. we don't have him on the roster.
Yeah, specialist. What's a specialist? Is that like a shortstop?
Yeah. So, and the other part of that was, that's when I kind of got my first exposure to, like SWAT type stuff because I was on the special response team for our installation during the Olympics. So, like, started getting into that arena,
tactics, and all that
and all that stuff heavily, because I mean, honestly, being an MP in Korea was like breaking up bar fights.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100% cracking skulls.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. Because
It was,
military dudes fucking drink.
oh yeah. I mean,
Hard.
I've literally walked into bars before because we would go downtown and do patrol, right?
Yeah.
Patrol the bars, and I literally have opened bar doors before, and it looked like a movie where there were chairs and bottles flying in the air, and I'm like, just close the door.
I didn't see fucking shit.
I'm out. But yeah,
Not today.
it was crazy times, and I was young, and
Oh, dude, fucking lived up. How's the food?
Oh, the food's amazing. I still
Yeah.
love Korean food.
Oh yeah,
I still love it.
oh yeah, 100%. I love fucking. It could be Korean. It could be Japanese. It could be China. Thai.
Yeah.
Fuck me up. Give it to me. Ramen noodles. Oh my
yeah.
god, dude.
Yeah, good ramen, like homemade. Oh,
Strings in the South Side of Chicago and Chinatown, ladies and gentlemen. If you've never been, check it out.
really?
Oh, fucking fantastic! It's like a hole in the wall. You walk in, you can literally bring a bottle of wine. They don't give a fuck, and get the make it spicy. Get extra noodles on the side. Get the fucking duck.
Oh,
Pork belly. Fuck me up,
you're
dude.
killing me.
I
Oh,
know, I'm hungry now.
I know, right?
Uber Eats.
Yeah, right.
The strings Uber to New Lenox. Nice, dude. So you were there for your first 4 years, or how long were you in Korea for?
So I was in Korea for a year. Did a year there, and then got stationed at Fort Riley, Kansas, for the 1st Infantry Division.
Unless you have some crazy Korea stories that you want to talk about that are podcast appropriate.
Let's see.
Which all stories are podcast appropriate, by the way.
Oh man, what we got there? I mean, okay. So
Oh, this is a good one.
I was on patrol one night, right? And my squad leader was the desk sergeant that night.
Okay.
So I stopped in the station and was talking to him, and I'm standing at the desk, you know how cops do, just in there shooting the shit.
Shooting the shit.
And this guy walks in, and he walks up to the desk, and my desk sergeant's like, "Hey, what can we do for you?" And he's like,
Military guy or just?
he's a military
Okay.
guy. He's clearly a military guy, right? He's like, I think I've been sodomized.
The fuck?
And I'm like,
That escalated real quick.
yeah, that went from 0 to 100. And, my squad leader's like, "Excuse me?" He goes, yeah. He's talking real low, He's like, I think I was sodomized. And I'm like, oh, man. And, of course, my squad leader looks at me, and he's like, you're the guy, right?
Uh-huh.
So,
of course.
So I take him in the back, interview him. Come to find out, this dude was downtown in a bar. He's like a PFC or something, right? He's downtown in the bars. He starts talking to this other guy, and they talk for a while. And the guy's like, "Hey, I live off base, and we'll come back to my place. We'll have some drinks. We'll, shoot the shit some more because the bars were closing down." And the guy's like, "Oh, okay." So, whether he got him really intoxicated or slipped him something, I don't know. But he ends up, he wakes up, and this dude is freaking
Going to town
on him. And come to find out, the suspect was because we were close to Osan Air Base, right?
Okay.
Where I was stationed at. The suspect was an Air Force NCO.
You can never trust the Air Force, brother.
No, right? Yeah, it's like, wow. So yeah, so that was one of those things where at my level, I'm a freaking PFC. I'm like writing up this report. I'm like, here, CID takes over, and
Thank God.
yeah, they go over and arrest this guy, and I was like, oh my god,
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That escalated real quick, dude.
oh geez, or you're in the station and.
Hey guys, this episode is brought to you by Murphy Carter Law. This one I'm proud to announce. This is a great partnership with us. They are a phenomenal law firm. I've known Rick for a very long time. He's a fantastic guy. Heart of gold. He supports organizations like Project Fire Buddies who give back to kids with terminal illness. This guy cares. He is a staunch advocate for first responders. He's just a blue-collar guy. He really is. He was a union construction worker at one point, and now he's just a shark in the courtroom. And that's just a fact. You're not going to go wrong by going with Murphy Carter Law. I promise you that. they will fight for you like they fight for their own family, like they fight for their mother, like they fight for their father, their brother, or their sister. That's just who they are. And they advocate for you guys. I promise they will fight for you guys tooth and nail. That's what they're all about, to make you guys whole again, or to get you close to that as possible and by any means necessary. They've won major cases already. I have some notes over here. They have $11.5 million truck accident case. They have a $9.5 million medical malpractice case and another $7.1 million delivery truck accident. They handle their business. If you're looking for a lawyer, if you've been in a situation like Carrie and I have, Murphy Carter Law, check them out. Go to murphycarterlaw.com. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Tell them that Beyond the Dispatch sent you.
Our station was right across the street from the main walk-in gate, right?
Okay.
So the guys at the walk-in gate call in one night. Hey, we got this Korean bar owner. He's saying something about a fight. He's running over to the station. We let him in. He runs in the station, and all he said was, GI, punchy, punchy. And so we all bail out, go down there. And that was the time where it was like me, a couple other guys. Our lieutenant was the duty officer that night.
Yeah.
I opened the door to this bar, and it looked
like an old Western fight?
Old Western fight, right? Yeah. Bodies and chairs and bottles
getting
flying.
Smashed, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, no way. I shut the door. My lieutenant's like, what's wrong? I'm like, you don't want to go in there.
You don't want to go in there, brother.
And he opens the door and starts shoving us in. And it was just like,
chaos.
Yeah, chaos. And you got your nightstick out. And you're just
swinging,
weed whacking your way through this crowd. It's crazy. Crazy.
So it sounds like Korea was a fucking blast.
It was. It was like, if you didn't know how to fight before you went there, learned real quick.
Dude, as like a 19-year-old kid in the military, that's like your bread and butter. Dude, we were on the boat and we were just fighting each other for fun.
Oh, yeah.
That's like just ingrained in you.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it was crazy times. And, like the overseas army is a lot different than the stateside.
Yeah.
Army.
That's probably a little more reckless overseas.
It is. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Something in the air. Must be in the water.
For sure in the water or in the soju that we drink. Oh, my God. That stuff, just the thought of that stuff now is like, ugh.
Uh-huh. Right. 100%. 100%. So then where'd you go after South Korea?
After South Korea, got stationed at Fort Riley, Kansas with the 1st Infantry Division, the Big Red One. Was kind of excited about that because my dad served with the Big Red One in Vietnam.
No shit.
So, yeah, went there. Actually got assigned to a division MP company there. So they don't exist anymore, but it used to be division MP companies. They were a division asset. So each platoon was assigned to a maneuver brigade, right?
Okay.
So my platoon, we were assigned to 1st Brigade. So when the grunts and the tankers and everybody went to the field, we were in the field with them. You know? When they went out to Fort Irwin, California to the National Training Center, we went with them,
Okay.
So we did a lot of field time. But, the NCOs that I had at Fort Riley were just top notch.
Love it.
That's where I became a soldier,
Yeah.
And I still say that to this day, even after 35 years of doing that, Fort Riley's where I really became a soldier at. Like,
okay.
Learned how to be a soldier, learned what that meant, and learned what, got my initial, my initial training and leadership there and all that stuff. So it's like, I always, when I think of that time, that's, and I still talk to guys I was stationed there with, like my platoon sergeant that was there with me. He reached out to me a couple of years ago. Hey man, I'm filing this VA claim. Can you write a statement for me? And I'm like, absolutely. Dude. Yeah. Like,
fuck the VA, dude.
But yeah. Just solid people. And it was like, not just in our company, that division, with all its history and stuff, they really take that seriously out there.
Good.
It's like, it was a great place to be. I loved it. I was out there for almost 3 years.
No shit.
Did Desert Storm with them.
Okay.
And I was a team leader during Desert Storm.
I was kicking off Desert Storm, brother. I mean, like the lead up to it, were you guys I bet you guys were fucking amped.
Yeah, so it was crazy. That year was nuts. So I was married at the time. My oldest son, my first wife was pregnant with our oldest son. And she I was in South America for 4 months, 5 months. Yeah, July to November. Yeah. So I'm in South America. You're doing a mission down there, right? I get back. 30 days later, I'm on another plane to freaking Saudi Arabia.
Dude.
Yeah, it was, yeah. And
talking about putting stress on the marriage.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I was a team leader, got promoted to corporal there. So got the stripes, and I got the best leadership advice I ever got in my life.
Oh, please do share.
From my squad leader when he pinned my corporal stripes on me. He said, don't put these on if you're afraid to have them taken off. And that's like, that one sentence, like drove my outlook on leadership my whole career.
I believe it.
That one sentence.
Some good advice, though.
Yeah, it is, right? And it's like,
because like, what does that mean to you?
So what it means to me is, don't take on this responsibility if you're not willing to put your rank and your position on the line for your people.
Amen.
Right? And, and I'm sure we can get into this later, but
we will.
That is a huge problem in law enforcement.
Oh, yeah.
Huge. And don't get me wrong, there's some good bosses out there.
Fantastic. Some of the best men and women I've ever met.
Yeah. There's some great bosses out there.
And there's some fucking shitty ones.
But there are also some really bad ones. And it's, it's just not, in the PDs in Illinois or sheriff's departments in Illinois. It's nationwide. And the problem is that they don't, when they go to these supervisor schools, right? They don't really get in the weeds about what it means to be a leader.
Right.
It's management, right? It's like, oh, you need to be able to write policy, and you need to be able to, understand contracts and discipline. And do law enforcement supervisors need to understand that? Absolutely they do. But they should go to a separate class that is just, hey, this is leadership. This is what leadership looks like.
Yep.
This is how, this should go to, I mean, because in my career in the military, I did like 5 leadership schools, culminating with the Sergeant's Major Academy, which was 780 hours.
Holy shit.
Of leadership training, organizational management, all that stuff, and it's like graduate level stuff.
Yeah.
But, and I've always said this, like even the supervisors in my career, my law enforcement career that I didn't get along with or didn't see eye to eye with, I always truly believed that they had the best interests of the department in mind.
Yeah. You would hope,
but they just didn't know how to go about it.
Oh,
right?
My God. Yeah.
And it's like, man, there's a serious lacking of that type of training.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but
we'll dive deep into that.
Yeah.
So you jumped on a plane. Actually, let's take a quick break and then we'll get back into it.
Absolutely.
Desert Storm, we want to jump into that. How long were you deployed for?
Let's see. We got there in December. So I got there a week before Christmas in 90. And then I came back in April of 91.
Okay.
Because my son was born while I was there, and he was like 5 or 6 weeks old.
I'm sure there's shenanigans we can get into.
There were, lots of shenanigans. But yeah, I mean, like, when the first night of
are we recording? All right, cool. So
the first night when we went in, like our mission was to go up, and we were pulling security for the engineers that went up and fired the line charges to the minefields.
Okay.
So we were doing that, like, it's freaking dark 30, and I'm 21 years old at the time.
Yeah.
I got 3 other people I'm responsible for. And
They have ribbits back then?
No, but like Jolt Cola.
Jolt Cola, yeah. I was just talking about Jolt the other day
yeah,
too.
Right? Yeah. So, but yeah, and I was, dipping like a madman.
Oh, bro, I bet.
Just like trying to, stay awake, and the adrenaline's going. And yeah, so we went up and we did security on the breach lanes, and then we had to funnel all those units through those lanes, and literally it was like each team had a lane. So, you're up there and it's like you're the person running through. I'm 21 years old, man. Like, I'm a 21-year-old kid from Kell, Illinois.
Yeah.
What am I
Middle
doing?
of nowhere with 200 people in town. Yeah.
And I'm
episode of Criminal Minds.
Yeah.
Where you come from.
Yeah. So, so we, initial invasion, and then all the combat units, all the infantry and armor units, we followed them through the breach, and we did some EPW stuff.
What's EPW?
Enemy prisoner of war.
Gotcha.
So we were like the initial processing that. So the armor and infantry units would get them, we'd take them, and then we would throw them on trucks or whatever and send them back to the rear.
Okay.
So we did a lot of that. We did a lot of like convoy security missions. So all the support units going up to the armor and infantry units, that with fuel and ammo and all that stuff. We escorted them. We were escorting one of those one night. I was the trail security vehicle, and my gunner. We had the hardtop Humvees, had a machine gun mounted on top, and my gunner looks down through the hatch. He's like, "Hey, somebody's shooting behind us." And I'm like, "Dude, there's no friendly people behind us. You need to shoot back."
Bro, that's not good.
Yeah, that's not good. So, but yeah, and
were you guys, how's the armor on those things? Because I know there's a few guys that they had zero fucking armor.
There was nothing back then. You're talking about 91.
Bro.
Up armor was not a thing.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah. It was like fiberglass doors and stuff.
Right around a tin can.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah, exactly. But, we did stack sandbags into floorboards. But other than that, it's like, you're on your own.
It's punching right through.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not scary whatsoever.
No. Yeah. So, we did that. And then I remember we were on a mission. We were driving through, like, on the outskirts of Kuwait City. And we see all these, Iraqi soldiers running around, and they still had weapons, but they weren't like firing at us or actively engaging us. And somebody gets on the radio and says, "Hey," called our company commander, and like, "Hey, sir, these guys are running around. They've got weapons. They're still in uniform, but they're not firing at us. They're not engaging us." And all he said was, if they're not surrendering, they're fighting.
Oh.
So it was like, light them up.
What a difference too, because like, and then the modern day conflict that we had, it was that the rules of engagement are totally different.
Oh yeah. And even in like towards the end of my tour in Iraq in 2006, like,
it started
the rules
switching.
of engagement started changing. Yeah. So, but yeah, interesting times. And then my company, we ended up doing security for the peace talks when they held those in Safwan.
Yeah.
So like, we were up there when General Schwarzkopf came in, and
that's pretty cool.
Did all that. That was pretty cool.
Was it pretty light for you guys in the kind of just like with the MPs? Like, there's not a lot of like, do you guys get into like any firefights, or is that kind of more for like the mainstream?
So we did I don't know if you've heard about the Battle of Objective Norfolk.
No.
Yeah, so there's a battle that took place on the second night of the ground war called the Battle of Norfolk. So I was there. We were up there. We'd actually come forward to bring up, one of those supply convoys, fuel, food, ammo for the armor and infantry units, and we got caught up in that fight, and that was crazy. I mean, you're talking about like tracers flying everywhere and freaking, main gun tank rounds. And
I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, it's nuts. Like,
what was going through your mind?
Oh, it's like the main thing is like, we don't have any armor. We got one machine gun on top of the truck, and
right.
And I'm like out the window, trying to fire, and I'm like, this is crazy. Like, I mean, if we get hit by a heavy machine gun, like we're done. We're done. But yeah, and then the other hairy thing was like clearing out trenches, because we were moving so fast, the infantry and armor units were moving so fast that like they would bypass whole units. These guys would just hunker down in their trenches and freaking they'd roll right over them, so we come in behind
and be the cleanup crew
and start cleaning them up, clearing them out of the trenches and stuff like that. Like that got pretty hairy.
I fucking bet, man.
Now, most of them surrendered, but there were a few that
didn't want to.
So
I bet they had some weird shit in those trenches too.
Oh yeah, I mean these guys have been living in them for months. So it's like, wow.
Oh man, that's crazy.
It was crazy times.
Yeah, absolutely.
And and then when things started to wind down and the peace talks and we were pulling security there, that was a whole different kind of interesting.
Oh yeah.
Seeing, like General Schwarzkopf, seeing him roll in, and I actually met John Glenn in Iraq.
No shit.
Yeah. So we'd seized an airfield, and the division set up this big like display, right? And they flew all these congressmen in on a Chinook.
Oh, for sure.
And like the congressmen get off, and me and my buddy are standing there and by our vehicle, and guy walks up to us, says, "How you boys doing? I'm John Glenn." Yes, sir. We know who you are.
We know who you are, sir. Kissing babies and shaking hands.
Yeah,
fucking
right.
politicians.
It's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. They flew the Chinook in, and all these people in civilian clothes get off. We're like, who's this?
Wasn't there a politician? Was it Hillary Clinton? She's like, or was it Biden? He's like, as soon as we landed, we were starting to get gunfire, and they were shooting at us, and then they like replayed the video footage, and he never got shot at.
No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Fucking idiots.
There was none of that.
Yeah.
It was a way secure area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you were Desert Storm.
Yep.
So is there any stories you want to touch on before we move on from Desert Storm? Anything crazy? Anything?
I blew open an Iraqi safe with a Claymore mine.
That's noteworthy. Let's talk about that.
So we're clearing these trenches, right? And we find this safe, and it's locked.
How big of a safe we talking here?
We're talking like maybe the size of like the little 3-drawer thing over there.
All right, so it's approximately 2.5, 3 feet tall and probably like a foot wide.
Yeah, maybe a little wider.
Okay.
Like maybe 2 feet wide.
Okay.
So
we gotta know
it's locked, and I'm like, what is in here? So I'm like, didn't have any like blocks of C4, right? And I'm like, oh man, what could we use? Oh, a Claymore might work. We had those in spades, right? We had tons of those.
Hell yeah.
So we're like, okay, I'm gonna set this Claymore up. Set it up.
It's like one of those things you're like,
yeah,
hold my beer.
Yeah.
Famous last words. Yeah, let's go.
So I set it up facing the side of the safe, thinking that it would overpressurize it, blow the door open.
Yeah.
Right? And it did. It worked. I mean, I blew it, and it blew the safe open. Stacks of Iraqi money in there. Right?
No shit.
Stacks of Iraqi dinar. There was a ledger and like a pair of sunglasses that were just shredded,
So you putting sunglasses in a safe for?
Yeah, who knows? So we took the money. I've actually got a picture at home of me and the people on my team, like,
oh, you'll have to send it
with
to
all
me.
the money like spread out,
You'll have to send it to me.
Yeah. So yeah, turn the ledger in to the intelligence people, hey, you can have that.
Yeah.
But we kept the money.
Like, which is probably virtually useless.
It was worthless. It wasn't worth the money it was printed, or it wasn't worth the paper.
Paper was printed on. Yeah.
So
100 good. It's sick fucking souvenir though.
Yeah. So I still got it. Got some of it. And I don't have like stacks of it.
Yeah.
I've got like 10 bills or something like that.
One of each, whatever.
Yeah.
I would have done the same thing.
So that was interesting.
That's pretty sick. Actually, that poster right there is off of a drug boat. Not poster, the map.
Yeah.
Of the Caribbean. It's off a drug boat.
That's freaking awesome.
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah.
So much fucking fun.
Nice.
How was base life there? Were you guys just fucking shenanigans?
Oh yeah. Like, and we were we were so mobile. It was like we were living out of our trucks, you know. Every once in a while they'd throw up a tent for us, but like most of the time we were living out of the trucks and we were carrying everything with us.
And that's miserable.
Yes.
Because like, where do you sleep? Do you sleep on the fucking dirt on the ground and shit, or underneath the fucking Humvee?
Or on the hood.
Yeah, or on the hood.
Yeah, on the hood, on the top of it. Or inside. I mean, I slept a lot of nights just sitting in the commander's seat of the truck, But, you're young and,
right.
You got that energy and you're just like,
go for days.
Hey, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And like, let's do this.
Would you guys listen to music in the truck?
Sometimes. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'd be blasting it. Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus. That would be my fucking go-to. And we'd be jamming.
Now, in Iraq in 05, 06, we were in the trucks. That was the era of iPods. We definitely had that hooked up.
Well, let's get into fucking Iraq then, dude. So you went home. How was seeing your kid for the first time?
That was crazy. Like he was 5-6 weeks old, and I was actually, everybody else in my unit got the Red Cross message before I did. Like,
that you had a kid?
Yeah, I was out on a mission, right?
Oh, okay.
I was escorting. They'd captured a bunch of anti-ship missiles.
Okay.
So we were escorting those from Iraq back into Saudi Arabia, so the Saudis could destroy them. And I get back. I was gone for like 4 days, right? I get back to where the unit's at, and they're like, my platoon sergeant comes up to me and hands me a cigar. He goes, "Congratulations, you're a dad." And
That's
I'm like,
sick, brother.
I'm like, man. Yeah. So, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Everybody else knew before me, though. They're like, "Congratulations." I was like, oh, man, this is awesome.
That's a good day, man.
Not awesome that I was not there.
No, but awesome you're a dad. Yeah.
Awesome that I was a dad, for the first time. And it was crazy. So, yeah. Did that.
How was seeing him for the first time?
It was great. Like, they... I've got a picture of me holding him for the first time when I got back. It's me and my dad and my son. And, I'm still in the, the chocolate chip desert camouflage uniform and stuff. And
love it.
Yeah, it was great.
That's cool,
great.
Man.
Yeah.
That's cool. So then how long were you home for? And then kind of what transpired after that?
So I get home in April of 91 and, do the standard thing, go on leave for a while. Came back to Illinois, hung out. Started that whole process of getting to know my son and making that connection. And then in November of 91, I got out of the Army.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like I'm like, hey, I did my 4 years. Not sure I want to have a family, with this, everything going on. And like I said, 1990 was a rough year. I was gone most of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So, got out, moved back to Illinois, started testing for police departments. Like I had my first physical agility test for the Clay County Sheriff's Department.
Let's go.
It's got like 8 deputies,
no
right?
Shit.
Down in Southern Illinois, yeah. That's the first department I tested for.
No shit.
And a week after I got out, right? So I smoked the physical agility test.
Oh, I bet.
Done. Got interviewed, and they ended up hiring a guy who'd already been through the academy. And I'm like, okay, So, that was just started this whole process of, hey, I'm testing. Like I'm testing everywhere from the Quad Cities, suburbs, I'm all over the place, local departments down in Southern Illinois. And honestly, like when I tested for Champaign, I think total applicants I had were like 950.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, there's no way I'm getting hired here.
Right.
No way. But, I did a whole thing while I was up there. I tested for Champaign, I tested for Urbana, I tested for Champaign County Sheriff's Department. But I'm like, at the time, Champaign was like one of the top paying departments in Central Illinois. Like, everybody wanted to work there because, they were busy, good department, good support. And I was like, wow, I'm never getting hired here. And I was on the list for like 2 years. In the meantime, I was working Department of Corrections at Joliet.
Oh shit!
In old Joliet, like on Collins Street.
Yeah. The old jail.
Yeah, the old prison. Yeah. So
was it haunted?
Oh, for sure.
No shit.
We'll talk about that right now. Like,
yeah.
So when I get out of the Army, right? I get out of the Army in November '91. Go back home, start testing. Work some little jobs down in Southern Illinois where I grew up, doing stuff like that. And then tested with Illinois Department of Corrections, got hired, got sent up to Joliet. And so went to the academy in January of '93 for that. Get to Joliet, worked the cell house for a while. But then they put me in the yard tower. Have you ever been in there?
I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've never been inside of it.
So there's a tower in the middle of the facility, right?
Okay.
And it's called the yard tower. And you had overwatch over the main walk and the 2 rec yards. Right?
Okay.
So the yard tower, to get into it, you had to go into the armory inside the main building, climb down a ladder, and take a tunnel underneath the yards.
No shit.
To the tower and then go up in the tower. And I'm telling you, I heard stuff when I was in that tunnel. That place is for sure haunted. Like,
what do we hear?
100%.
Did you remember what you heard? Or was it kind of like noises? Or voices?
Like noises, sometimes like murmuring voices, like one time a scream, like I was really freaked out over that.
Like a loud scream, or
to me it sounded loud.
Oh yeah, like your butthole Parker. Like I'm getting chills.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So crazy. Like that place is for sure haunted. Like no joke. Like at the time that I was working there, it was the second oldest operating prison in the United States. Like it started out as a Civil War prison or war camp.
Yeah. I actually didn't know that.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah.
Man, we're going to have to do some Ghostbuster shit.
You need to go up there and check it out. Like yeah.
I'm down. Maybe we'll do a fucking, or a live recording.
Yeah. Yeah. You need to, because it's for sure haunted.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So how long were you there for?
I was there for just over a year. So I got hired by Champaign in April of '94.
Okay.
So I sat on the list for like a year and a half. I was number 15. The final list came down to like 200 and some people, and I was 15th.
It took a year and a half to get to you. That's crazy.
Took a year and a half to get to me. So I get hired, right? All excited. Come down, go to PTI. And at the time, like, I didn't have to stay in the dorms
which is nice.
Because I was local, so I could go home every night, which was real nice.
Super nice, man.
So, did that. Actually went to the academy with Keith Cross, who just retired as deputy chief up in Aurora.
Oh, no shit. Okay.
Yeah. Great guy. Went to the academy with him, and then there's another guy. He retired as a lieutenant from Aurora PD. Anyway, yeah. But yeah, and back then PTI was only 10 weeks. So
oh, dude.
400 hours of training. You're out on the street. Like, hey, good luck.
Good luck. And in Champaign. In Champaign,
right?
A lot of people probably don't realize, but Champaign's actually not the best location. The department is fantastic. I've heard nothing but great things about the department. A lot of your officers are squared away, your admin's squared away, your SWAT team's fantastic.
Yeah.
I've heard nothing but great things about the police department, but the town itself it's like a little mini Chicago.
It is. And like Champaign is like three different cities rolled into one. Like you got campus area, which is its own thing, and then you've got the southwest part of town is like, upper middle class, and then you've got like the the north and northwest sides of town, which are, you know, got
sketchy.
some questionable areas.
A little sketchy.
Right. So,
did you know anything about Champaign before going into it, or
not a whole lot?
Not in that level aspect of like what they deal with?
No.
So how was that change for you becoming out of the academy and then getting to your department? Like, did you kind of have some type of inclination of like, that's what's going to be like, or you didn't find out until you were there?
So I did have some kind of inclination because I, did some research and stuff and, checked it out and
you're like, oh shit.
Yeah. Talked like the week before I went to the academy, I went out and did some ride alongs with some guys.
Oh yeah.
And one guy did the ride along before I went to the academy, lifelong friend of mine, so we've worked together for years after that. And he retired. Actually, he stayed on longer than I did. He retired after I did.
Really?
But yeah. So yeah, kind of had an idea what I was getting into, but not really, going to FTO and that summer of 94 when I was in FTO, Champaign's FTO program at that time was notoriously difficult.
Yeah. I think it still kind of is difficult.
It is. Yeah. And
they will bounce you.
They will bounce you.
There's a lot of departments who will fucking hold on to everybody, but Champaign's not one of them.
No, they are not. So they got rid of 7 people in FTO that summer.
Oh, dude, I'd have been shitting my pants.
Dude, I was
freaking out.
Actively applying for other jobs. I'm like, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it.
Because you think, I got a mortgage, I got a wife, I got a kid, how am I going to pay my bills? Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, man, no. I'm like, oh, man, they're going to get rid of me. They're going to get... And, every call you go on, you're second guessing yourself. Oh, man, did I do that right? And the FTO's over there.
Writing shit down.
Writing in a notebook. And you're like, oh, man, what'd I do?
Uh-huh.
But I was fortunate. I had some great FTOs, Started out on evening shift. We were humping like
call
to call, and then went to midnights. Actually, my FTO on midnights was a Vietnam vet.
Oh, okay.
And it was like, wow, this dude
is legit.
Yeah. And then my third FTO, he was a younger guy. I was his first recruit, right?
Yeah.
And again, him and I have been friends for years, worked together for years after that. But yeah, learned a lot. Geography was a big thing.
Oh, it's huge.
Yeah, like new people coming into this job, if you're not familiar with the jurisdiction you're going to work for, learn the geography, like study that. Because even with GPS and stuff now, I mean, I know in Champaign, they've got GPS obviously in the cars, but a lot of FTOs in Champaign will shut the computer screen and say, okay, drive me to where this call is.
100%, because like these hot calls that come out, sometimes there's no time for you to put it into the GPS. You have to know exactly where it's at.
Yeah. So there was none of that. So, one of my FTOs was like, okay, I want you to name all the north-south streets that intersect with University Avenue.
No shit.
From this street to this street. And it was like, man,
dude,
yeah,
on the spot.
Yeah,
my favorite is when they stop the car. I'm shot. Where are we at?
Yes.
Yeah. You're like, oh fuck. Stop looking around. Where are we at?
Yeah. Don't look at the streets.
Don't look at the streets. Look at me.
What 100 block are we in? Yeah. But yeah, I had all that, and it was like, my FTOs. If there was a hot call, or there was like, some random report that you don't get very often that come up, hey, you're taking that, get on the radio.
Yeah, you're like, fuck, I don't want that one.
Yeah.
I've never done this before.
Man, we're getting off in 15 minutes. You want me you want me to take a sexual assault report? Oh man. But yeah.
So your early career was an adjustment. Anything like kind of crazy that really stuck out to you, like your early years at Champaign?
Oh man.
I'm sure there's numerous.
Yeah. Just at that time, just all the like street level drug dealing that was going on, like street level narcotic stuff, like literally 20, 30 dudes standing on street corners slinging dope,
Oh, dude, shooting
and I'm
fish
like,
in a barrel.
What world am I in right now? Had no exposure to that prior to it. And it's like, what's going on?
Did you have like somewhat of an idea what division you wanted to go into? Did you like oh man, SWAT looks cool, or investigations looks cool, gangs look cool?
So sort of, yeah. Because I did patrol. Let's see, I was I was on patrol for 4 years, and then I went to our gang tactical unit.
Okay.
So I started out on evening shift, right? 3 to 11s back then.
Yeah.
Because we were working 8s. And went to the TAC team, which the formal name was Gang Tactical Unit. Right?
Okay.
So we
can always come up with the best names.
Yeah, right. So we were street level proactive unit, you know. We actually had 2 like of the boxy old Caprices that were hand painted like flat black.
Hell yeah.
And so went to that, and you know, it was all like jumping out on this crew, or you know, hey, we got an informant that can buy dope over here. We're gonna get a search warrant. We're gonna hit that house. And actually, I've got a really good story. My time on the game.
I'm here for it.
On the TAC team. So we get a search warrant one night. Got some information. This dude had some weight, like at least 1 kilo, right? Cocaine. So we get a search warrant. Me and my TAC partner at the time, we had been in at the jail interviewing the guy that was giving the information, right? So we get back to the office, write the search warrant, and we get it signed. We're good to go, right? Get the team together, brief it, go out to the house. We grabbed a patrol unit to help us out because there was only 5 of us.
Morning or night hit?
Night. Yeah. So you were talking about like we worked 4 to midnight, so this was probably like 10 p.m.
Okay.
We grab a patrol unit, an FTO, and a recruit to come help us out because there was a sergeant and 4 officers on TAC.
Okay.
Right. So we're like, okay, we could do this. There's 1 dude in here. It's a small house. We could do this with 7 people. So we're going up to the house. My TAC partner's in front of me.
This is a no knock?
No, we had
knock, not announce. Yeah.
So my TAC partner's in front of me. I got the rookie or the recruit behind me and his FTO in the back. Because his FTO was a SWAT guy.
Oh, okay.
So
fuck that. Put that motherfucker in front.
Yeah. So we go up to the house, right? And we're getting up to the door, and my TAC partner turns around and he goes, "Dude, I forgot my gun in the office."
Your TAC partner said that?
Yeah. I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, dude, when we were fucking interviewing that guy, I put my gun in the desk drawer and forgot it." And I'm like, "Oh,
we've all been there."
So I pull my gun out of my holster. I'm like, "Here, dude." I turn around to the recruit. I'm like, "Give me your gun."
Give me your fucking gun, yeah.
And he's like, "What?" And his eyes get big. And I'm like, "Dude, give me your gun right now." And he's like, "Oh, okay." And I'm like, "Now, stand over there and don't move."
Go to your car.
Yeah. So we go up, kick the door, and dude was cooking that kilo as we hit the door.
Oh, shit.
He tried to dump it down the sink.
Yeah.
Kitchen sink. And he turned the water on to try to get it to go down, but he turned on the cold water and shocked it. So it solidified. So we ended up getting a Sawzall and cutting the freaking pipes out from underneath the kitchen sink and pulling all that out. Like, we got like 960 grams out of that hit.
No shit.
And he admitted in an interview that like that was his only source of income. So we literally took everything out of his house, like leather furniture, big screen TVs.
Oh, you guys fucking seized everything. We
seized everything because he admitted it was all
drug money.
Drug money assets.
No shit. So did he own rent?
He rented the house.
Okay.
So we couldn't touch that.
Right.
But everything inside we took.
Car too?
Oh, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any money, any type of money in the house? Yeah, it's all getting taken.
We took it all. Yeah.
How pissed was he?
He was pissed. Yeah. But yeah.
Fucking sell trucks, bro, and you're not gonna have a problem.
Yeah,
you're good to go.
Yeah. So
you won't lose your shit.
So that was real interesting. And that the guy that was the recruit that I took the gun from, he ended up staying at CPD until he retired.
Really?
Yeah. And I worked with him on day shift at the end of my career. And I'm like, "Hey, Gary, you remember this?" He's like, "Yeah." He goes, "I didn't know what to do."
Yeah. If I was pregnant, I'd be like, is this normal? Like, I don't.
Is this a test?
It's a test.
Yeah.
Am I passing? Can I keep my job? No.
But I mean, you know how it is. Like, when you're working units like that, it's like,
oh yeah, man.
Oh man, I'm interviewing this guy. I don't want to have my gun out in plain sight, so we'll put it away.
Oh, dude, how many times I've left my gun multiple times. Bagwitz was my sergeant, our buddy. That motherfucker made me put rocks in my pocket. He goes, "You forgot your gun, huh?" I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "I need you to go." He handed me these evidence bags. I need you to go to fucking Public Works, fill these up with rocks. I was driving around town with fucking rocks in my pocket all day. I went to county, dropped some dude off, rocks in my pocket. They're all staring at me like I'm a psychopath. I'm an FTO. I'm like, I just don't want to lose my job. I don't even fucking care right now.
I'll do whatever they want me to do.
I sat in the fucking hospital all night with a family, and all the nurses and doctors are staring at me like, what the fuck is in your pockets? Because you had these huge polyester pants, and then you had this huge zip pockets on the side. Yep. So it was just like literally like a fucking foot-long burrito of rocks.
Yeah.
And then I forgot it a second time and never forgot it again. And he made me tape a non-gun to my hand. And I'd be typing reports in the station as an FTO, and I'm fucking using the gun as a space bar.
Oh man. Hey, you know what though?
Learned a lesson.
You learned the lesson.
Put that shit in your trunk, boys and girls.
Forget.
Yeah. Put your gun in your trunk.
Yeah.
You'll never forget it.
Yeah, absolutely.
How many people forgot their gun at the jail? That's also super embarrassing. I've never done it, but people have.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. You drive all the way back to Will County, lock up in downtown Joliet just to get your fucking gun. Hey, guys, this is Romeoville. I forgot my gun in your lockup.
So you know what they let us do in Champaign is we would put our guns in the trunk of the car.
Yeah, I would do that too.
So we'd lock. I always did that because I'm like, hey, if I forget it and I do this, I just get out and get in the trunk.
In the trunk. That's exactly what I would do. Because they had lock boxes, or I just did my trunk.
Yeah.
100%.
Yep, absolutely.
100%.
But yeah, and then also while I was on the TAC team, actually we worked 2 homicides. We had one where this kid, he was in a wheelchair. He was actually from Chicago. He's a banger. He got shot in a drive-by. So his mom brings him down to Champaign thinking, let's go straighten him up, right?
No.
And his mom was like a legit, she had a legit job. She was a nice woman. I mean, with this kid, he freaking slinging dope, and he always had a gun under him in his wheelchair, and some dude mouthed off to him.
He's in the fucking wheelchair?
Oh yeah.
Oh, so he's paralyzed from their drive-by.
Oh yeah, he's paralyzed from like the chest down.
And the dude's packing heat?
Oh yeah.
What are we doing? Selling fucking drugs in a wheelchair now?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Bro, give it up.
Yeah. So, it's like training day, right? With Snoop. But yeah, this kid, some dude mouthed off to him one night, and he freaking capped him right in the head. Then he wheeled himself home and freaking ate some food and went to bed.
No shit.
So we got called in to help work that, and my partner and I sat with his mom at the house while the detectives wrote the search warrant.
Really?
And I mean, she literally was making us food and giving us,
And you guys were investigating her son for a homicide.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And she knew.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She knew he did it. Yeah, for sure. I mean, she didn't concrete know,
no, for sure. But she's making you guys food. That's fucking nuts. You're about to put her kid in jail.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He's still in prison. He's done.
Dude, that's
and
nuts.
then we worked another one where, it was actually Christmas Eve. Dude goes up to the north side of Champaign, buys some dope. It's fake. It's drywall or whatever.
Okay.
So
nice.
he goes back to complain.
Yeah.
And these 7 dudes stomp him to death.
Oh,
on Christmas Eve. So yeah, we were working 4 to midnight, and we had Sunday, Mondays off. And obviously, I'd taken Christmas Eve, Christmas Day off.
Mm-hmm.
But we got back to work on Monday. They're like, hey, here's our suspects. You guys go round them up. And we went out and we had to hunt all these dudes down.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah, it was great.
Shitty that dude died. I'm gonna say it's pretty cool.
Right,
but it's part of the job, hunting guys down that just fucking murdered somebody, it's go time, baby.
Yeah, all bets are off.
You're amped up.
Yeah, we're going. So yeah, got to do that. Involved in those 2 investigations was eye opening for me. And then after that, so at the time we were doing 2-year rotations on TAC.
Okay.
So I came off TAC, went to midnight shift. Could not have had a better crew of people to work with on midnights.
Let's go, man.
Like our sergeant, he was an old Marine, and he's like, I'm tired of seeing these people sling dope on these street corners. You guys go get them. I'll handle the complaints.
Let's go.
And we're like,
Game
right
on.
Yeah. I mean, we would go out, like, we came in at 11. There was usually, working that district, there was usually 3 or 4 of us. We'd all go somewhere, get a soda or some coffee or whatever and talk over what our strategy was for the night. And then we just go. And we would hit it hard till like 4 a.m. And then it was paperwork time.
Yeah.
It was like food. No, we don't need it.
No time.
There were a lot of nights where somebody'd go get a pizza and we'd throw it on the hood of a squad and stand in a parking lot and eat pizza.
Dude, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, man.
Yeah. And then, we would just go hard until
running and gunning
until it was time to go in and do the paperwork on it.
No shit.
Oh yeah.
So you had a good time to start your career, brother.
Oh yeah, I was getting after it.
Love it.
And then, loved the people I worked with. And then, while I was at Champaign, after I got hired, we started doing laterals,
Mm-hmm.
and they started picking up some solid people from other departments. And
dude, you get a lot of good cops from laterals.
Yeah.
From other departments. You really do.
Yeah. And Champaign was like one of the first departments to start doing that.
Yeah.
At least in our area.
Right.
But man, we were getting some talented people. I mean, we had one, her name was Christy Miller. Christy came from Clovis, New Mexico PD.
No shit.
Like she was in the Air Force, right?
Okay.
Got out of the Air Force out there and just got on with the PD out there, but was from Illinois. So she comes back on lateral. And Christy was like, I don't know, maybe like 5'5", 5'6", maybe 120 pounds, but just like nobody gave her shit. And she took shit from no one.
Oh, I love it.
She was great. Like, I mean, great cop, great person to work with, great person in general. And then, was it 6, 7 years? Christy passed away from cancer.
Oh, man.
A few years ago. So, yeah, that was, but I'm telling you, just solid.
Love it, brother.
Yeah, I worked with some great people on midnight shift, and that's why I stayed on midnights, for the majority of my career. But then, deployments happened like 2002. I'm in the Guard, like.
So you got back in?
Yeah.
When did you get back in?
So I got back in fall of 93. I was still working for DOC.
Okay.
Worked with a guy who was in the Illinois Guard. He's like, dude, you should come back in, because we would talk military stuff all the time at work. And he's like, you should come back in, go see the Guard recruiter, come back in, join an infantry unit down in Kankakee. I was like, yeah, I'll switch over to infantry. So then I got the job in Champaign. So I'm like, hey, like the unit, but I'm going to transfer down to unit in Urbana. So I transferred down there, and I got into the MOS was 11 Hotel, which was heavy anti-armor infantry.
Okay.
So I was a tow guy. Like, we had
tow missiles
mounted on top of trucks, and we did that. So I switched over, went to a school to become a 11 Hotel or 11 Series guy. So did that, and then did that from like 94 to 98. And then a buddy of mine, he was in the recon platoon. He was the platoon sergeant. He's like, dude, I want,
come with me.
Why don't you come over to recon? So I went over there, and I was in that platoon for 8 years.
No shit.
Yeah. Like I started out, I was in the sniper section. And then I went and I was a recon team leader. And then when we deployed to Iraq in 2005, I was the platoon sergeant.
No
recon
shit.
platoon. Yeah.
So how's your time in Iraq?
Ooh, interesting.
All right, we'll take a break and then we'll jump into it.
Absolutely.
All right, so we're back from break.
Yeah.
Now we're jumping back into you being deployed again. Now you're with the anti-tank unit.
So I switched from anti-tank to recon.
Now you're in recon.
Now I'm with recon, right?
Which sounds fucking badass. So now you're on the sniper team. You're platoon leader, right? Or platoon sergeant.
So I started out in the sniper section. Then went to was a recon squad leader, team leader, and then when we deployed to Iraq in 05, 06, I was the platoon sergeant. So we actually deployed in 2002 as a platoon. They sent us to Germany to do like base security stuff.
Okay.
So we're like infantry guys, and they're like, hey, we want you to, do gate guard. And we did it, and
brings you right back to your MP days, brother.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, great. I mean, the dudes in the recon platoon, the core guys that were there the whole time, those are my guys.
Yeah.
But we went to Germany and we're doing force protection stuff and
okay.
Working 3 days on, 3 days off, 12-hour shifts, and days off, I was either hiking, I hiked the Black Forest.
That's cool.
Did all that stuff,
Germany sounds like a great time though.
Germany's amazing.
Were you there for Oktoberfest?
No.
Oh,
so we got there in January and we left in July. But Germany is an amazing place. We were in Mannheim.
Yeah.
And just awesome time there. We were there for 7 months. And we, at the end of our tour, the active duty unit that we were working for actually paid for us to take a trip to Normandy and see all that. Yeah.
That is cool.
So if you have any connection to the military or have any interest in the military at any point or know anybody you should go to Normandy one time.
Yeah.
It will leave you absolutely speechless.
I want to go so bad.
You stand on Omaha Beach and see how far those guys had to go just to get to the seawall.
Yeah.
Insane.
Good
under
depiction.
Fire.
Good depiction of that Saving Private Ryan. If you have never seen Saving Private Ryan, watch.
Yeah.
That opening scenes of Saving Private Ryan is fucking bananas, dude.
Yeah.
Bananas.
Yeah.
Could you imagine being a 19-year-old, 18-year-old kid and you're fucking storming the beaches of Normandy?
No.
Could you imagine generations now doing that? Not a fucking chance. They're like, hold on, let me get my iPhone. Can I bring my iPhone with me? My girlfriend says I can't be gone too long. I got to be back in 2 months.
Hey guys, get ready with me. We're going to war.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Gear up.
Get ready to move out. I'm gearing up to go, storm the beaches of Normandy.
Oh,
this is how you do your face paint.
Yeah.
I need my phone charger.
Yeah. I actually did watch a video of how to actually apply face paint. It's the Delta guy, McPhee.
Oh, yeah.
John
Shrek.
Yeah.
Shrek. He did it.
I love him.
He's crazy.
He is. Yeah.
Dude, that dude's fucking story is insane.
Yes.
I think he's a Chicago kid, isn't he?
Yeah. He's from the South Side.
Yeah. He grew up in a whorehouse.
Yeah. Well, Pete Blaber's from Naperville.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I have a bone to pick with Pete Blaber.
Yeah.
I have a bone to pick with him. He went on Anti-Hero and was talking shit about John Chapman, even though I think the SEALs got to him.
Yeah.
That's just my personal opinion.
Well, yeah, he was on another show that I saw and he was doing the same thing.
Same shit.
Yeah.
I think it was Sean Ryan.
Yeah. That guy.
That guy. You don't like Sean Ryan?
I do. Yeah. And this is okay. I don't agree with him all the time.
I don't.
Right?
You don't have to agree with that. Yeah, agree. Yeah.
And I think that's a big thing. That's a big problem in society now. Is
brother, I was just about to say that.
When people disagree now, it's they hate each other, and I'm like, we can disagree and still talk.
What happened to debate?
Right.
Yeah. Debate.
And
right.
Agree to
from
disagree.
Each other.
Hey, you give me your points, I'll give you mine, and if we don't agree, hey, that's cool. Let's have a drink.
Yeah, we can still be friends.
Yeah.
But that shit's fucking gone now, man.
Oh man,
people are out of their minds.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Because back in the day, dude, people with their political views, you could growing up, my dad, my parents were always very democratic. Like,
Oh yes,
because my grandpa worked in the steel mill and all that. Like that, just
Blue
unions,
collar,
all that.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And his best friend, they were in the army together. He's a Republican, and they're fucking best friends.
Oh yeah,
Best friends.
yeah. Yep.
It's crazy.
And it's
Sorry, I got us off topic probably.
that's all right. Yeah. Yeah. But so, what were we talking about?
You were deployed. You were doing
Germany.
Germany.
Yeah, we did the Germany thing. So yeah, we did that for 7 months. Went to Normandy.
Yep.
You know,
Black Forest. Did a bunch of shit.
crazy. Yeah. Did a lot of hiking. I was a freaking gym rat when I was in Germany.
Oh, I bet.
Was in great shape.
It's our studio, Doug.
Yeah.
Riggs likes to come up and say
Hey,
hi every
buddy.
now and then.
So we get back from that. A lot of guys, because being infantry guys, we were like, hey, we want to get in the fight. And Afghanistan was just kicking off, So we get back from Germany and a lot of guys get out. Hey, it's not for me. Including our platoon sergeant who'd been in for like 14 years.
Really?
And he's like, yeah, I'm getting out. I got some other stuff going on. I'm like, okay. So they came to me. They're like, hey, you're next up. Like, you're going to be the platoon sergeant. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
let's go.
2003, took over the platoon as a platoon sergeant. My lieutenant, my platoon leader at the time, was full-time National Guard. He was a battalion training officer. And so I was coming home from work. I was working midnights. Coming home from work one day, I swing by the armory to talk to him about some training we had coming up. And he goes, hey, you want to go to jump school? And I'm like, yeah, right. They say that every year. We'll never get slots, okay. Right? I'm like, I'll call your bluff. Put me on the list. The next morning, he calls me. I get home from work. He's like, hey, dude, I got orders for you for jump school. You leave next week. I'm like, oh, fuck. So, yeah, I went to jump school, did that. The next year, they sent me to Pathfinder school.
Oh, which is cool.
Yeah, it's crazy, like academically hard.
So for people who don't know what Pathfinders are, what's like the mission? What do you do?
So Pathfinders they're the guys that go in and set up the HLZs, helicopter landing zones.
Before shit kicks off, right?
Or drop zones, yeah. So we learned all that stuff, how to rig sling loads under helicopters, how to set up helicopter landing zones from multiple, like
different platforms,
and multiple aircraft at a time, setting up drop zones, all that stuff. So we learned all that, and it was a good school. It was academically very, very hard.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
A lot of math, I'm assuming.
A lot of math. Yeah. A lot of math, which was odd for me because like the math part was one of the reasons why I'm not an architect.
This is great.
Yeah. So, yeah. And then 2004, we did a 3-week annual training. We went to Bulgaria.
Oh, shit.
Like we were the first U.S. combat troops to train in Bulgaria, and we were a National Guard unit.
No shit.
So
that's cool.
Get there, right? And we're doing this training. They brought like active duty guys from Germany in to evaluate us and check us out. And I'm talking to one of our evaluators one day, and he goes, so where are you guys deploying to? And I'm like, we're not going anywhere. We haven't, He goes, there's no way they sent you guys to this and put this much effort into it if you're not going somewhere.
Oh.
2 months after we get back, they're like, hey, you guys are going to Iraq. So it was like, this is like the fall of 2004,
Uh-huh.
So we're like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
We're in. So January of 2005, we deploy, or we get activated. We go down to Fort Stewart, Georgia. And that was our MOB station. So we spent like 5 months down there. Yeah. January to May. Yeah. Did all the training, and obviously, it's the military. So there's a lot of time where they're like, oh, you guys just hang out here.
Hurry up and wait.
Wait for this to happen. Yeah.
Hurry up and wait. I fucking hated that shit.
So when my platoon, when we were in one of those modes where we're just sitting around waiting, I'm like, okay, get your weapons. We're going to do reload drills.
Yeah.
Or,
smart.
Hey, we had 2 medics assigned to the platoon. We're like, hey, Doc, get your med kit out. We're gonna
do some training.
We're gonna do some training, right? So, communication stuff. Oh, the whole move, shoot, communicate thing there.
Yeah.
That's, and that really like drove my training philosophy on the military and law enforcement side. Like, hey, we got to be able to move, we got to be able to communicate, we got to be able to shoot, and we got to be able to do medical stuff.
Yeah. Proficiently.
Proficiently.
Under pressure,
like,
yeah. Because that's when you need your kick.
Stuff.
Yeah, that's when you need your training kick in. That translates to law enforcement 100%.
Yeah. So, we would do that. I mean, when we were sitting in Kuwait, when we got to Kuwait, we're sitting there waiting to go north to Iraq. We'd be in the tents sticking each other with IVs, just practicing. Like, hey, I've got videos of that. But
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So, go to Iraq, and we started out working. We were working like western edges of Baghdad, some of the neighborhoods over there, and it was a lot like police work.
How was Baghdad at the time?
So certain areas were still really hot. We had certain routes that you knew if you were driving down that route, you were getting IED'd.
Yeah.
Right? So we did a lot of counter IED stuff. Like we would set up ambush teams. We'd set teams in observation posts, doing surveillance on certain routes, looking for IED teams. We did the base we were at. They were getting like rocketed and mortared. So we sent teams out, hunting the mortar and rocket teams.
Catch any?
Yes, one. Yeah. But I mean, they were so mobile, it was hard to
100%. Because they blend in.
Yeah. And I mean, we, God bless the guys in my platoon, because I mean, we, like one team, they laid out in a sandstorm for 2 days.
Really?
Like in a surveillance position, and they came in, they were salty, but I mean, they they handled it well. Handled it well.
Oh, brother, that shit's crazy.
So it was an interesting time there. It was like we left right before the surge in 2006.
Oh, okay.
So the guys that replaced us were from the Minnesota Guard.
Okay.
And they got extended, so they were there for like a year and a half.
Okay. How's your guys' unit? Did you guys suffer any losses?
So we in my platoon we had battalion wide, we didn't lose any.
Hell yeah, brother.
We didn't lose any KIAs. We had one guy that committed suicide.
Okay.
But he was and actually the guy that was our battalion commander is a retired state trooper that lives in Frankfurt.
No shit.
Yeah, Mark Jackson.
Fucking small world.
He's an awesome dude. Like,
okay.
I had him as a company commander, a battalion commander, and a brigade commander.
No shit.
Yeah, and he retired as a 2-star, and he was a CVO for the state police.
Okay.
Yeah, as a commercial vehicle officer. But he's an awesome guy. Like, still talk to him on occasion. And
very cool.
Yeah, he's loving the retired life.
Good, as he should.
Yeah. So anyway,
well deserved.
And then in my platoon, we had a truck one night, hit an IED. The driver is he's a guy named Garrett Anderson. Lost his right arm below the elbow. Shrapnel came through the firewall of the truck. Took his arm off. Injured the other 3 guys in the truck. Man. But Garrett, he had shrapnel, in his face. It was pretty. I was not out on that patrol. They came and woke me up and told me what happened, and I went up to the operations center, and the squad leaders that I had in that platoon were so good. Like they didn't need me out there. Yeah. Like they knew what they were doing. They were on it. Mm-hmm. They got him to the hospital, they got him to the nearest medical facility, got him out of there, and they did all the right things, and they were just phenomenal.
I love it.
Phenomenal guys. Everybody in the platoon, like those guys are just freaking
Good dudes.
Good dudes. They're truly my brothers. Like
Love
I
it.
still
Yep.
talk to them all the time. So
How was that's your platoon? Like, how was it when your guys under your command was kind of banged up? I mean, I'm sure you did.
yeah, so the next day it was tough, because like you've got to like rally those guys back and like
have to, yeah.
hey,
'Cause that's a hit to morale for sure.
yeah, it's a huge hit. So, I pulled the platoon together and we talked, and I'm like, look, you guys know what we do is inherently dangerous, and like,
That's what we signed up for.
It's happened to other companies in the battalion, and it was our turn. That's I mean, it was nothing that anybody did wrong.
Right.
It was like, it was just
War as hell.
Yeah, war as hell, right? So, but you know what? Garrett is an amazing dude. He actually runs the Veterans Center at the University of Illinois now.
No shit.
And he's like, his wife's an attorney. Like, Garrett is an amazing guy. Like,
Fuck yeah, brother.
So, but yeah, pulled, got those guys back together, said, hey, and there was, some that didn't react well, and I personally carried a lot of guilt about that. I wasn't on the patrol, they were
Right.
my guys. I wasn't out there with them, so I carried a lot of guilt about that for a long time.
Yeah.
But ended up they moved our battalion out west to the Al Anbar province, out by Fallujah, Ramadi, out in there. And we were doing like mainly security stuff out there. It wasn't like full on combat operations like we were doing in Baghdad. And then they moved me into the operations center because one guy got sent home. They needed somebody to replace him.
Phil.
Yeah, so moved me into the operations center as a watch NCO, and I finished out my tour doing that, which was rather interesting, because you get the big picture stuff. Then.
You from being in the shit,
yeah,
boots on the ground, to now you get the overview of everything that's going on in the battlefield. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was
Interesting.
very interesting, and learned a lot, like on the upper command level side from doing that, so it kind of rounded me out. So finished out my tour in Iraq doing that.
How was Champaign with you being in the reserves? Were they cool about it?
Oh yeah, they
Love
were
it.
great. Like
Cool.
when I got those short notice orders for jump school, like my deputy chief was actually in the 82nd
Okay.
and jumped into Grenada, right?
Oh fuck.
So he's
okay.
like, yeah, go.
You gotta go. Yeah.
He's like, you gotta go. So
That's cool,
they
man.
were great with it, and they treated me well. Took care of us when we were deployed, and of course, all the people you work with they're back here taking care of your family while you're deployed. Man. So
that's definitely a fucking solid peace of mind.
Yeah. So that's that takes all that weight off of you while you're gone. But so yeah, get back in 2006. And then I started in got back. They had me ride with an FTO for like a few weeks just to refresh.
Knock the dust off.
And then got back on the street, and then got on the firearms training unit. Started going through the whole Master Firearms Instructor program at PTI.
Okay.
Got that certification in 2007. And then it was funny because the guy that was running the firearms program for PTI at the time was a retired Champaign PD sergeant named Steve Douglas.
Okay.
And the guy was just, he's forgotten more about guns than I knew.
You're right.
But unfortunately he passed away several years ago too. But anyway, so the day that I finished my Master Firearms Instructor apprenticeship, Douglas comes up to me and he hands me an application for PTI. He's like, fill this out and get it back to me. So I started teaching out at PTI right away as soon as I got
No shit.
my MFI certification.
That's badass, dude.
So, it was obviously I didn't work a whole lot. I was working around my patrol shifts and stuff, but yeah, that started my journey working out there.
Very cool.
But yeah, learning from those guys, and we're talking like these guys were carrying 1911s, like single stack 1911s on the street, and
that's how our department is. We started out with 1911s, and now when I was hired in 17, they just switched to Glocks.
Yeah. So I'm a 1911 and a Glock guy.
I love them.
And now 2011s, like
dude, the staccato. It's like my wet dream.
Yeah. So I bought. They're not staccatos. They are 2011s. It's a company called Tesis. They're Turkish made.
Okay.
But I've got one that I really like. I've got two of them. I've got one that I really like. I've had some work done to it. And
okay.
It is
smooth.
Butter. It's not a staccato, but it's close.
Oh, I'm sure it's just as good.
It's as close as you're going to get without spending $3,000.
Probably like 4,500.
Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, I'm But anyway, learned a lot from those guys. Like they're good. They were good instructors too.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, this is how you got to present it. This is how you. So yeah. Really got into the training side after that. Working on the firearms training unit. I was an FTO for a while too, obviously. But yeah, that really piqued my interest in the training stuff.
Yeah. I mean, look at you now.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
That's how you started. So how was being back in patrol? Did you transition out of patrol? Did you go into investigations? Where'd you go after patrol after that?
I stayed in patrol for the rest of my career. Stayed on midnight shift. I think I switched over from midnights. I had 3 years left and switched to day shift.
Yeah.
And I was like, I feel like a new man.
Like a brand new man.
Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. Love the people I work with on midnights. Love the work.
Yeah.
But,
it takes a toll.
At that time in my career, nobody will admit it, but we all slow down at the end of our career. And I'm like, I'm going to day shift. I was working day shift in Southwest Champaign with Friday, Saturday, Sunday off.
Cake.
Like, life is good.
Yeah,
right?
it is.
Yeah. So, and another thing is, my wife Elizabeth, we were dating at the time. When we first started dating, I was working midnights. I was newly divorced, working midnights, and working at PTI. Right, like literally,
nonstop.
I would get off at like 8 a.m, go straight to the range, work till noon, or go home, sleep 4 hours, get up at noon, go to work at the range in the afternoon, the evening. And I mean, like, we're talking like dark circles under my eyes.
Oh,
like,
yeah, man.
Like dragging, right? Like living on Copenhagen caffeine. And, she's like, what are you doing? Like, you something needs to change.
Yeah.
And I tell you, those were dark days for me too. Like,
yeah.
The couple of years leading up to my divorce and like post divorce were like,
yeah, man, that's a lot to handle.
Well, and I was like, I did an Afghanistan tour in 2010.
It's a glutton for punishment, brother.
Well, I did part of a tour anyway. Yeah, I was on a team. We were advisors to a Polish infantry unit.
Okay, and that's the patch you put up on the board, right?
That's
cool.
So, did that. I came back early because had some family stuff going on. So I came back early from that tour. But I really, like, in hindsight, like, that's, I think, when really things started to like PTSD really started to grab me.
Yeah.
Then I don't think there's one particular incident that I could point to, that triggered it, but I think it was just like a culmination of a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Building up.
Yeah. So those were,
and on top of like the separation and
yeah, it was a lot. And I was, yeah, there was some dark days, right? I started kind of going down a path I didn't need to go down, or I shouldn't have gone down, and
drinking or
drinking,
anger,
yeah, very angry all the time, depression, hypervigilance, the whole nine. And I was in total denial at that point.
That's everyone usually
I was
is.
like, no, I'm good, and like friends would come to me, guys I worked with on the police and military side. Hey, what's going on? What's going on?
Yeah, they can tell.
No, I'm good. If people close to you come to you and say that, pay attention. Like I did not. Like I blew them off. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm telling you, if that happens to you, you gotta listen to them because they know. Because you can't see it. Like I didn't see it.
No, because you get caught up in your own head.
Right.
You're like, you just keep telling yourself, "I'm good. I don't. There's nothing to worry about. I can handle this."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
and people close to you, like people on your shift, people you work with, they know who you are.
Oh yeah.
And they know how you react to certain things. They know how you respond to certain things. They know your mannerisms, and if they can pick up on it, I mean, that's a massive telltale sign.
It's a huge thing. So, finally, I think the thing that snapped me out of it is I think I was on a day off and I'd went out drinking and I was like standing in my shower at home puking when I got home. And I'm like, man. What am I doing? Yeah. Like, no, not gonna go down this road. So I think that kind of snapped me out of it, and I had gone to the VA and talked to them, but I was adamant, like, you can't write down that I have PTSD. You can't do that. They'll take me off the street. I won't be able to work, So I was really adamant about that. So they put me on medication, I let the department know, hey, I'm on this medication. This is what it's for. And they called it, what they call it? An adjustment disorder.
Okay.
So I'm like, I can still work the street. Don't take me off the street.
Was this PTSD stemming from your military career, or maybe a combination of both law enforcement and military?
I think a combination of both.
Agreed.
Really. So, disclosed to the department, hey, I'm on this medication. They're like, okay, just, if there's anything comes up, we want to know about it. Or if you're not feeling right, you let us know. We'll,
adjust.
So I'm like, good. Okay.
How was taking the medication?
It was not good initially. Like I was like a zombie.
Yeah.
Like, so my wife, Elizabeth, when we first started dating, like the first night she stayed the night with me, like I woke up in the middle of the night screaming, and she's like, what's going on?
Yeah.
But to her credit, she's still here.
Yeah.
I mean, she's amazing. She's really a huge part of the reason why I didn't continue down that path.
So you did the medication. Did you start going to therapy?
So I did, yeah. Start going to therapy like once every couple weeks at the VA. And I will say, I know that some people have not had great experiences with the VA, but mine has been amazing.
That's awesome,
like,
man.
They've really been great. So there came a point where like I was not sleeping well or not sleeping at all, taking the medication, feeling like a zombie every day. Yeah. And I told my doctor at the VA, and I'm like, I can't keep taking this stuff. Like it's crushing me.
You feel nothing.
Yeah. So I stopped taking it. And then when Elizabeth and I, when we started dating, she's like, hey, you need to, you need to get this figured out. Like, yeah. And that's what I love about her, or one of the things I love about her is she's like, she grew up in this area.
Okay.
Like, yeah. She actually grew up in Coal City.
Oh, no shit. Yeah.
So, she was not going to tolerate my shit.
Your
And
bullshit, which is good. You need that.
You
yeah.
need somebody in your life like that, right?
100%. Shoot me straight.
Yeah. So
that's that's a good friend. That's a good
Yeah.
spouse. That's a good partner. Yeah. Someone that's going to tell you straight up.
So she's like, hey, you need to get this figured out, you know, because you're slowly killing yourself. You know, finally at some point I'm like, hey, I'm getting off midnight shift. Like I can't live like this. Go to day shift. Go back to the VA. I'm literally, I was off that medication for a few years.
Mm-hmm.
Like I couldn't do it. And, you know, some of the anger stuff was coming back. I was still in the military, still serving, you know, and, you know, at that point I'd been promoted to first sergeant. So I had 130 kids in an infantry unit that I was responsible for.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was like, you know, so, you know, she's like, you got to get this figured out. I was still having the nightmares, you know, every once in a while waking up and screaming.
So what pulled you out of it? What helped you get through that point in your life?
She did. Elizabeth
she did.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Is there like breathing techniques, or is there anything that kind of really, really resonated with you, or is it just therapy and then the support of your wife?
I think, and I haven't really redone the therapy thing, but I think just acknowledging.
Oh, that's
like
huge first step.
Huge first step. Like she would always say, "You've got freaking PTSD," and I'm like, "No, I don't. No, I don't." Yes, you do. She's like, "Just admit it."
Yeah.
You know. Finally, yes. Okay. Yep. Okay. Yes. She goes. She one night literally read a list like
symptoms, and it probably described you. Yeah.
And she's like, you have every one of these.
Yep.
Like, you know, so admitting it, having her support and her like saying, hey, you got to get this figured out.
Yeah, right.
You know, so I go back to the VA. I still take medication, but it's different.
Yeah.
And
one that works for you.
And it's one that works for me, and I feel great.
Good.
Like, you know, do I still have some anxiety sometimes? Sure.
Yeah.
You know, it's but it's not near what it used to be. But yeah, I think for people out there that, you know, are, you know, first responders, military, whoever, you know, just regular citizens that are dealing with PTSD.
Who dealt with something traumatic, yeah.
Something traumatic, right? Number one, accept it.
Yeah.
Like, listen to the people, you know, that are close to you. You know, listen to them when they're telling you, hey, you know, you need to go talk to somebody, or you need to
something
figure this out.
Right. Yeah. Because it's huge, man. Because like if you don't, first of all, if you're not calling it out to begin with, you're not ever going to realize it. But when you do actually acknowledge it, you do see it's happening. When these behaviors start to kick back in, it's easier for you to recognize, like, oh, I'm hitting this pattern again, or I'm going on this road again. Like, I can see the signs now, and then it helps you mitigate some of that, and it helps probably draw back some of that recovery time to get back to normal and get back to baseline.
Yeah, yeah. And, listen to the people close to you, admit it, and then get some help.
Yeah, man.
You know, go get some help. Like,
and there's no shame
and there's nothing wrong with it. Like, you know, everybody reacts to traumatic incidents a different way.
Exactly.
Like, you know, and, you know, if you go in and just lay it out all on the table and, like, you know.
Right. Don't let that dictate your life.
Don't hold it inside. Like, Elizabeth, you know, my wife tells me that all the time. You internalize too much stuff.
It's a dude thing,
like
too.
Oh, yeah. She's like, you need to talk about it. And I'm like, you know, I'm slowly coming around to that idea. But the other stuff, yeah, she was spot on. And she's, you know, big reason why I'm where I'm at now, as opposed to
when you look back. How do you feel where you're at now comparison to when you first started with like the whole PTSD journey and kind of coming to that realization and starting to work on yourself?
There's no comparison.
Yeah,
like,
man.
I'm a different
person,
you know, and that, you know, having gone through that journey is like, you look back now and like, why was I doing the things I was doing?
Why would I get out of my own fucking way?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like,
That's why self-reflection is massive.
Oh.
Take a step back. Like, don't let these negative instances in your life dictate your life, right?
Yeah.
It happened to you. I'm not saying don't be the victim, because it's okay to feel some sorrow or sadness or, some resentment towards what happened to you. That's what makes you who you are.
Yeah.
Right? See it in a positive way. Look at how you are, right? Because like you were going down that path and it could have went south and could have went wrong, but you took those steps to help yourself to, go to the VA, get on that medication, start that therapy, have that communication with your spouse to help you and support. Now you're living a totally different life. It's so easy to get caught up in the fucking bullshit. Take a second to look around and what you have to be grateful for. You're alive. You had a great career. You still have a great career ahead of you, and you're already retired from the Army and from law enforcement.
Yeah.
Life is good, man.
Oh, yeah.
Life is fucking good.
Yeah. Like I'm finishing my undergrad degree right now too. Like,
look at that. And how old are you?
I'm 58.
58. You're getting your fucking, that's nuts.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's never too late.
Yes. There's always a new chapter. Turn the page.
And, again, I go back to my wife, kind of saying, you should do this. You should do this. I mean, she's much smarter than me. She has, 2 masters. She's working on her second master's degree now, and she's got like 4 master's certificates.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I can't keep up, but I'll make an effort.
Hey, she pushes you to be better. Like that's all you can ask for in a teammate and a partner in 100%. Life is
in friendship too.
Yeah. And all around.
Yeah,
to have that support system and is huge, and somebody to push you to get out of, like you said, get out of your own way.
Yeah. And sometimes you need someone to pull you out of your own fucking pity party.
You have to.
Sometimes you need to be pulled out of your fucking pity party, and everyone gets caught up in their own fucking shit.
Yeah. Yeah. And I look back at the person I was, during those dark days, and I was like, nah, no way. What were you thinking? Like, and I wasn't. That's the problem, I was, and I own all the decisions I made then, like
as you should.
Them.
It's fine. Just if you fucked up, you fucked. I'm a huge fan of like own your fucking shit.
Yeah,
own it.
Yeah, yep. And I do.
Because you're human. Everyone makes fucking mistakes. I have a fucking. Hey, remember, break the news to everybody. We all fuck up.
Yeah.
And if you think you have this thing that you're embarrassed about, everyone's got something they're fucking embarrassed about.
Yeah.
That's embarrassment, ego, all that shit. It's fucking throw that shit out the door, dude.
Put your ego aside.
That's one of the things I tell the recruits at PTI and my ROTC kids when I was doing that. Is like, hey, we've made all the mistakes for you. Don't repeat the mistakes we made.
Dumbest thing you can do.
Talk to us about that stuff.
Yeah.
We've made them all.
Yeah.
Like, trust me. If you could screw it up, we did it.
Yeah, but not everyone is like that in law enforcement. There's a lot of cops out there that it's a problem with the ego in law enforcement.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sure it is the same in military and with fire.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be that way.
No.
It shouldn't be that way. Because we all fucking put our boots on the same fucking way. We all put our uniform gun belts on the same way. Help these guys out that are coming into this career. Do you remember when you first came in?
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember when you first came into the fire service?
Yeah. You're hanging on to every word, whether you remember it or not.
Yeah.
But they're trying to prevent you from making mistakes that people before you have made that they may or may not admit, which typically they don't. But
if you're in this career field, if you are any career field in general, it could be teacher, doctor, lawyer, nurse, whatever it is. If you have somebody coming into your company, your department, wherever it is, that is starting out, walk up to that person, introduce yourself, help them through it.
Yeah.
Help them through it. Let them figure it out, but like help them through it.
Yeah. I mean, when I first started at the PD, we had old timers that wouldn't talk to you until you've been there a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't fucking talk to me, rookie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I got underwear older than you.
Yeah. The old salty dogs.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to go to the academy. I could teach you everything about this job in 4 hours.
Which, I mean, you do. That's where you do learn the fucking job.
Yeah.
Does the academy prep you for it? Yes.
Yeah.
You learn the job on the fucking.
Yeah, they give you the baseline.
Yeah.
And
Let's switch up the subject to something a little happier.
Yeah,
you want to jump into leadership, man?
Absolutely. Yeah, let's talk about it.
So what does leadership mean to you?
So to me, true leadership is being able to get people to do what needs to be done to accomplish the mission for the group. Okay. And without like extortion or freaking,
Right.
threats or bullying,
How I get my kid ready for bed? Luca, do you want to be at red or green today?
yeah, right. So, I mean, and one of my favorite sayings in leadership is true leaders can manage people. Managers or supervisors manage systems.
Yup.
Right? So if you're a true leader, like, people will gravitate towards you,
Yeah.
and
it's true.
I'm a firm believer, like, the old saying, oh, he's a born leader or she's a born leader. No, leaders are never born. They're trained and mentored and taught to be leaders. Okay. Are there people that over the course of their life develop a certain charisma that attracts people?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Charisma in and of itself is not leadership, though.
Right.
It's a portion of it.
Yeah.
But true leaders, can use that charisma that they've got and use that to accomplish a mission for the group or accomplish a goal for the group as opposed to just for them.
Right.
Okay. Like we talked about, before the show, it's like, I think don't get me wrong. There are supervisors that are not good at leading people in the military as well.
No, for sure.
I think in law enforcement, that problem hasn't been recognized, and that maybe to some level or in some areas they're trying to correct that. But when they go to these leadership schools, management schools for law enforcement, right? They go in there and they teach them to be managers. Okay, yeah, they need that, right? They need to know how to write policy. They need to know how to read contracts. They need to know how to, discipline people and what progressive discipline is and all that stuff. But you also need to know how to be a leader, okay? Because that sergeant on the street or that lieutenant that's running a shift, right? They've got however many people on that shift or, on that district working for them, and they need to know, like, hey, I know that this person, their personality is like this. So when we talk about this, they're going to react this way, and I need to prepare for that.
Know your people.
Yeah, know your people. And that's part of it too. But I just don't think that, talking to friends of mine that have gone through these management schools to get promoted in law enforcement, they just don't address that. They address all the other stuff, and they kind of glaze over the true leadership portion of it, as far as giving them some basic leadership skills or, to fall back on, when things go south and
it happens all the time.
And that system that you're good at managing falls apart.
Yeah.
Then what are you going to do as a supervisor?
Yeah. Because
Right?
what if you get a fucking hot call? What do you get a barricade subject and there's only 8 of you on the street and it's the sergeant and he's got to step up,
Yeah.
make contact with the chief, let him know what's going on, or the commander,
Yeah.
whatever, and then take care of what's happening.
Yes. And take care of your people.
And take care of your people.
Can't stress that enough. Like, it's, and like I said, it's not one department. It's not one state. It's nationwide. There's a lack of that type of basic leadership training for law enforcement supervisors. And they really need to work on it. Like I've had literally, hundreds and hundreds of hours of leadership training in the military.
Right.
Like starting from when I was a team leader all the way up to when I became a sergeant major. Like, Sergeant's Major Academy is no joke. Like like I hadn't taken a college course in years when I started that, and I was like, this is like,
Next
throwing
level.
me into the deep into the pool.
No
Like,
shit. Because you said it was like 400 something hours, or
it was like 700
hours. That's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, and I was doing that online
Oh, dude.
while I was still working the street.
Oh, dude.
So I was working the street and like, doing Sergeant Major Academy stuff. And there were many nights where, I was sitting at the house freaking typing up a paper till like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And my wife is like,
What are you
hey,
doing?
I'm going to bed. Like,
Good luck.
Good luck. But no, she was a huge help and huge support through that too. It was like, all the work I had to do, proofreading stuff for me, and like, yeah, she's a rock star.
Love it, man. So how did that translate for you into law enforcement? So all that military, all that leadership training, how did that translate into law enforcement for you?
So really, as I was a patrol officer my entire career, with the exception of the time I was in the gang unit, and I think some of the supervisors at the PD got tired of me. I'm like, probably could have handled that better.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you thinking? Like, we when I was on the SWAT team, like we had a training one day, and we would always like have a quick meeting like before our training day, and talk about stuff. And they got into some internal problems we were having in the team, and I'm standing there, and the team leader looks over at me, and he goes, well, what do you think about it? I'm like, I don't have an opinion on it.
He should have read the signs.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, come on, you got something. And I'm like, no. He goes, and he kept poking me, and I'm like, listen, when you guys are ready to train, you let me know. I'm sick of standing here talking. Like,
how do you handle that?
not well. But it's like, and there's another guy that I worked with for years, and I still work with out of PTI, and he was a Marine, and we used to talk about this all the time. He's like, and he was, a sergeant in the Marine Corps, and he knows what leadership looks like, and he's like, dude, they just don't get it. They just don't, and I'm like, I know, but it's not their fault. They think they're doing what's best, and they just don't know because they haven't had the training that we have.
Right.
So yeah, I think, in addition to these management classes, they should also have like a 4-week, like just leadership, just drill those leadership principles, hard. And that's, you're going to turn out better police supervisors.
I think building that relationship with your guys is a huge first step.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I've had sergeants that I did not care for. Like, I respect your rank, that is what it is. But I mean, I didn't respect them as like a leader in general. I didn't like some of their leadership styles. I didn't like how they handled calls. I didn't like how they handled disciplinary actions.
Yeah.
Very selfish for themselves. And that happens a lot in first responder world, where it's like there's some people out there who are just solely out there for themselves to get to that next position. And there's some guys out there who are just, hey man, I'm a team player. Like, this is what I'm here for. Like, I'm not going to backstab you. I'm not going to, throw you under the bus. But I think learning your people is huge, because like the people that need you are all on your shift and depend on you in times of like life or death.
Yeah. Oh,
right.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you have to have that relationship with your sergeant, because when shit hits the fan, you're like, I know you. I know what you're about. I know your calls. I know you lead from the front. Like, I feel safer. You put me at ease.
Yeah.
From being like under you're not your lineage, but under your supervision.
Yeah.
Lineage.
But tutelage.
Tutelage. That's the word I was looking for. That's the word I was looking for.
That's why I went to Sergeant Major Academy. It was learn words.
Learn words.
You teach me to read?
But yeah, you're absolutely spot on. And I mean, and we've all worked for people on both sides of that fence.
Even like in the Coast Guard, dude. Like, I had guys out there who were like, I need you to go do that. And I had guys like, hey, get some tools, get your Carhartts on. We're going in the engine. We're ripping it out. I'm gonna help you. Like, let's fucking go, dude. Yep. Let's go.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, and that's a big part of it.
Yeah.
A lead by example.
Yeah. Lead by example. And
huge fan.
If your people know that you're willing to put in the work with them, that's huge.
Yeah.
That is huge.
And truthfully, it is, because I would have fucking died for that. Rogie, he was an MK1. Rogie, he lives up in Wisconsin or Michigan now. Fucking love that dude.
Yeah.
And he would do anything for you. He'd fight for your guys. even Begwitz or Took, like those guys would fucking fight for you
Yeah.
and had your back.
Yep.
And there's guys that'd be like, yeah, you're getting fucked, dude. Here's your write up.
Yeah. I tell you, my first shift lieutenant when I got out off FTO at the PD, was a guy named Matuzewitz, and he was a Vietnam vet, old crusty guy. But I tell you what, there was no doubt in anybody's mind when he showed up on a scene. Everybody knew who was in charge.
Yep.
And then if you screwed up, if you went in and told him, "Hey, LT, I messed this up," he'd be like, "Ah, damn it, now I got to write you up." He goes, "Okay." Write you up, give you a letter or whatever. And then after that, it was done.
Yeah.
Like it's forgotten about.
Yeah.
Hey, do better next time. Right?
Yeah.
That guy, amazing. Like I loved working for that guy.
Love it, man.
And like I said before, it's not, I don't think that most of police supervisors that don't understand leadership, they try to do the right thing.
Mm.
Like, they really do. And they make the decisions they think is best for the department and for everybody. Right. It's just, they don't know. Like they don't understand, like it's all about, you can take two different people and have them go in to a shift briefing and present the same information.
Yep.
And you're going to get two totally different responses.
Totally
right?
different.
It's all about how you present that, So
I think there's a special, like, individuals or supervisors that were actually served in the military, I think are a few steps above. And I'm not saying there's cops out there who are supervisors that have never been in the military or bad supervisors, because there's some out there that are fan-fucking-tastic.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know, man. There's something about like being in the military, having that sense of brotherhood right off the rip. Like they've been in the suck. They know what it feels like. They know what it feels like to be the grunt or the bottom guy. And they've learned different tactics and stuff from the military, which helps you as tremendously as like a supervisor in law enforcement or in the fire field.
Absolutely. And I'm like you. I've worked for guys who were never in the military that were great, freaking great cops and great cop supervisors and did a fantastic job. I think it's just that base knowledge about leadership under pressure that you get in the military that it just gives that something a little extra.
Agreed.
But yeah, I look back and the guy that's the chief at Champaign PD now, Tim Tyler, the guy, he retired as a Fulberg colonel out of the Army Reserve.
Okay.
And he was second or third in command at State Police, retired from that, took the job at Champaign PD, and he has done wonders for that department.
Love it.
That dude is all over it. And
Love it.
I was retired when he came in, and he just, he knew of me through the military channels because he was in the Illinois Guard for a long time before he switched over to the Army Reserve. So like the first time I met him, he's like, "Hey, Sergeant Major," talking to me, and I'm like, and I called him Chief or Sir or something. He goes, "It's Tim." He goes, "Yeah." He's like,
man.
Yeah, but that guy, he's on top.
Which is good because like there's a lot of like bigger departments that get very political, and then they put somebody who does not look out for their guys. So it's good to see that you still have a chief in Champaign that still sticks up for his guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And talking to the guys that are still working the street there, the environment is much better than when I left.
Yeah, and that's huge, man, because like a shitty chief can ruin a department and ruin your retention rate, because no one's gonna want to stick around in a shittily run department.
Nope. And that's, Champaign might have gone through an era like that.
Probably a few times.
Yeah. So
probably a few times. I remember talking to my buddy Kyle. He said that they were losing people fast for a while.
Yeah, he was there.
Hot and fast.
Yeah, he was there when I think he left either right before I retired or right after. Yeah, because I remember him.
I'll have to ask him.
Yeah.
I'll have to ask him.
Yep. So if you talk to him, I got a nickname when I was in FTO.
Okay.
And it's Tank.
Tank.
And there are people that have worked at Champaign that have moved on or, got out of law enforcement, and they only know me as Tank.
I couldn't see why they call you Tank.
I don't know. I don't know why.
Right, because you're like fucking 7 foot tall.
It's weird. Yeah.
It's a weird thing.
One of my
Everyone's tall
FTOs
to
gave me that nickname. So
I would love to be the number 2 behind you and through a door, brother.
yeah, there's like a buddy of mine that I worked with on the street for a long time, and then we still work at PTI together.
Yeah.
His daughter, I don't know, we were talking. She came out to the range to talk to her dad one time when we were out there, and somebody said my name, and she goes, "Who's that?" And her dad was like, "Oh, it's Tank." And she goes, "Oh, I've known him for years and only known him as Tank."
Like, yeah, you know Mike. Who the fuck is Mike?
Yeah.
Tank. I know Tank.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's stuck. I mean, I've had that nickname for like 30 years now.
I'll tell you what, man. Like, nothing makes you feel pretty safe like a big fucking dude. I was down at Kyle's bachelor party in Fort Lauderdale, and I was with him. Kyle's a wrestler. And, you know, a lot of his buddies are wrestlers. His one buddy, Brooks, fucking straight hillbilly from Pennsylvania, lives in Kentucky now. Shout out Brooks. Good fucking dude, but also out of his fucking mind.
Yeah.
U of I wrestler, big dude. And we're in this bar. I'm like, dude, I'm looking around. I'm like, I never felt so fucking safe my whole entire life. I got this big ogre behind me. If anyone like tries to grab, I can take care of my own shit, but like,
yeah,
just something about a big dude makes you feel comfortable, bro.
Yeah.
Especially one's named Tank, brother.
Yeah.
What do you Megan's a supervisor in the fire world. What's your thought process on leadership?
Put me on the spot.
Yeah, sorry.
From what I've learned and observed is that you need to figure out your priorities right out the rip, right? Before you start getting into that role, and reiterating what you guys said. Your guys are your priority. Your teammates, your crew, like, they take number one priority over everything, and then go from the rest of your tasks. So then, like, trading or your equipment, your rigs, make sure that's all squared away. And training, running your calls. If the house duties get done, the house duties get done. That's kind of like the priority list of an average day of how I look at it. As long as, making sure everybody's okay, good to go, fed, mentally okay, all the things.
Yeah.
And then we can go from there.
That's all. That's huge.
But and then like having each other's backs.
Yeah.
And knowing the job, training, like going back to you with your downtime.
Yeah.
Sitting there training on XYZ. It's the train on those high risk, low frequency things that you don't get all the time, so that it does become second nature.
Yep.
Make sure you know your limitations of your people and hit on those weaknesses more, so that you can, and knowing your people, knowing that, hey, I'm going to send my Mongo Smash in to go through the door or the wall, and then somebody smaller is going to go, knowing your people, putting them in the best positions
For success,
is going to make the incident, the call, the whatever go so much smoother.
Well, great.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's
Love it.
Yeah, great stuff.
Absolutely. So with all of everything you've been through in the military, everything you've been through in law enforcement, what is something or some advice you would give to a new recruit or someone looking to go into law enforcement or even in the military?
So I think the big thing is to understand the environment in which you're about to enter into.
Yeah, that's
right?
huge.
Yeah, that's huge.
And both aspects.
Yeah, have some realistic expectations, right? Like, you get kids in the military, they see the commercials and they're like,
or the video games. Yeah.
I'm going to jump out of airplanes, I'm going to blow stuff up, and I'm going to kick doors in. Okay, yeah, got it. Love the enthusiasm.
Yeah.
But, hey, there's mundane stuff too you're going to have to do. Understand that.
Yeah.
You might spend your entire, if you enlist for 4 years, you might spend your entire 4 years just training.
Yeah.
And not getting that chance to,
Put your skills to work. Yeah.
Put your skills to work and do the real thing, but maintain that enthusiasm, that momentum, and keep that up, because training is important.
It's huge.
Training
huge.
is
fucking massive, man.
Yeah.
And too many people get complacent, and that goes in law enforcement as well.
Complacency kills.
Complacency does
Oh,
fucking kill.
it does. It does. And, you know, I mean, at some point in your career as a first responder, I think we all deal with that.
Mhm.
You know, it's like, oh, I got to go deal with this guy again,
Right.
you know, or another domestic or whatever.
Right.
You know, you've got to stay on it. Like,
Yeah, because that shit can turn fast.
yeah, real fast. So, but yeah, it's and then, you know, on the other piece of advice I would say is if you, the big one is, you know, everybody wants to be the best at what they do.
Mhm.
And I don't care, you know, I've said this for years. You join the military. I don't care what you did in the military, right? You could be a cook or the most high-speed person in the world, right? You know, special operations people or whatever, right? Be proud of whatever you did and be the best at whatever you did. Like, I don't care if you were a cook, supply clerk, like if you served and you did your thing, like, hey, good for you, right? You don't have to exaggerate it or lie about it, you know? Just, hey, I was, you know, one of the best cops I worked with at Champaign PD was a cook in the Marine Corps.
Love it.
Like the guy was his work ethic is unbelievable.
Yeah. What color is his favorite crayon?
Good question. I'll have to ask.
Cherry.
Yeah.
Cherry. The red flavor is my
Yeah.
favorite.
So, but you know, he was like, yeah, I was a cook, you know.
Love it.
Yeah.
Semper Fi, fucking brother. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, be proud of it. Hey, yeah, I was a cook in the Marine Corps, but I was the best damn cook in my
Fuck
battalion
yeah.
or whatever.
Those
you know?
motherfuckers, they had the best scrambled eggs every fucking morning.
Yeah, exactly.
Lunch, breakfast, dinner. I
Right?
killed it.
Doesn't matter what you did. Like, be proud of that. You don't need to, like, you know, you talk to some kids and they're like, oh yeah, well, I was this, but I really went out and did all this. I'm like, dude, you don't have to qualify your service to me, man.
At
like
all.
you freaking rocked it. You signed up, you did your thing.
You did more than the majority of fucking men do or women do.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. You know, you're an elite part of the population of this country.
Absolutely.
So be proud of it. You know? Yeah.
Yeah. I also think too, being humble, I think is huge.
Yeah.
Humble yourself before coming in. Like if you're going through FTO, don't be fucking lying. Don't be trying to hide your fuck ups. Embrace that shit, man.
Yeah.
Everyone does it. Everyone fucks up.
Yeah.
It's part of the process. It's a part of life in general.
And you know as well as I do, when do cops get in trouble? When they try to cover stuff up or lie about stuff or, you know, I assisted the guy to the ground. No, if you threw a dude to the ground, put it in the report.
Yeah.
You know, like, hey, this is why I did it.
Yeah.
You know, I had to do this because he did this and I had to do this.
Articulation is huge.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right on the money. Because if you're in the right, you have nothing. There's no fucking word fluff or whatever you need to do.
No.
It is what it is. Dude took a swung at me. I fucking dropped him.
Yeah. And you know, honestly, the guy that really drove that point home to me was a lieutenant that I really didn't see eye to eye with at the PD.
Really?
But he said that to me one time. He's like, because he was a control tactics guy. So he was like, you know, if you do it, put it in the report. Justify it. Like, if you do this, you know, I did this because of this, and this.
Yeah.
And I was in policy because of this, and this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just put it down, right?
100%. I was searching the guy. He shot his hands down. I felt something hard. I thought it was a gun. I took him to the ground. I tased him.
Yeah.
You know, I did these strikes. I did this. I did that. I did that. You're all justified.
Yeah.
It just turned out it was a baggie of weed. So
yeah, exactly. Right.
It was a bag of rocks.
nice.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Full circle.
A bag of rocks.
She's making fun of me.
Yeah.
Well, let's hear a story that you fucked up. Do you remember any stories that when you fucked up? Did you have to do anything? Did you have to carry around a fucking hoolie or something cool?
I remember my first year, every answer I got wrong, I would have to do push-ups. And I did a lot of push-ups.
How many push-ups did we do?
Oh, a lot. A lot. I was very strong eventually after my probationary year. Yeah.
Hey, benefit.
I was great. You're green. You go to medic school and fire academy and you learn all the things, right? In a very short amount of time. And then you're let loose.
It's like open up the fucking hose on the fire line, right? And try and drink as much water as you possibly can.
good luck.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's the amount of information it is.
Yeah,
Like,
you can't retain it. It's for anybody that can retain all of that information. Kudos to you,
Yeah.
but you're great.
Yeah.
You're gonna learn from experience. You're going to mess up. It's to be expected.
agreed.
Just don't make a big mess up to where you're gonna get yourself hurt or killed.
What about you? Do you have a good story?
About screwing up?
Yeah, about fucking up.
Oh, which time? Like,
You mean yesterday? I mean,
yeah, right?
Yeah, today.
Yeah, I
or-
mean, let's see. I have a really good story about correcting a screw.
ooh, let's hear
Like,
that
so-
one then.
Ooh.
So for a while, when I was in the National Guard, I was an instructor at the Officer Candidate School.
Yeah.
So we're out in Fort Lewis, Washington, doing their final phase for the officer candidates. And so this kid, big thing is accountability, right? For military leaders in general.
Yeah.
Hey, where are your people? What are they doing? You know? So this kid, he's the platoon leader. I'm like, okay, how many people you got? You got all your people? He goes, yep. I'm like, how many people you got in your platoon? He's like, 32. I'm like, 32. And you got them all accounted for? He's like, yep. Yeah, Roger, got it. Yep. You're sure? 32 people, that's your count. Yeah, absolutely. 32. And he was confident about it. I give him that. I'm like, okay, here's the deal. Knucklehead, you only got 31 people in your platoon, including you. So where's your 32nd person at? He's like, blank stare, you know? So I'm like, okay, here's what you're going to do. You're going to go over there and get one of those big rocks, and you're going to put it in your rucksack, and that's your 32nd person.
Oh,
and
hell yeah.
You need to name the rock.
Hell yeah.
Like officer candidate, whatever, right? So
You don't remember the name of the rock?
I don't remember the name of the rock.
Damn.
I remember the name of the officer candidate. So, yeah, he puts this thing in his rock, and I forgot about it. So like a week later, he's been humping this thing for like a week.
Oh, shit.
And I forgot about it. And he comes to me, he goes, excuse me, Sergeant Alvis, can I take this rock out of my rucksack now? And I'm like, oh yeah, take
You're
that
like, what
out.
rock? Who are you fucking
But
talking
yeah.
about?
You've been carrying a rock in your
And,
rock?
Idiot.
Yeah. But going back to me screwing up, I mean, oh yeah, done it.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
hundreds of times, right? Yeah. But again, own your mistakes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, hey, you know, like one night I was driving code 3 to a freaking call, right? Slide the car around this corner and freaking smacked a curb
Oh.
with the wheel and bent
Bent
the
the wheel.
axle.
Oh, the
I bent
axle?
the
Oh, I
axle.
thought the wheel ram for
Oh,
doing
yeah.
that. Yeah.
And I'm like, but I went in, told the lieutenant, hey, LT, here's what happened. You know, probably took the corner a little too fast, smacked the curb, car screwed up, you know. He's like, all right, you know, take it up to the garage, come to find out they freaking screwed the axle up, right? The rear
Yeah. Oh,
axle.
yeah.
And he's like, I got to write you a letter for that. I'm like, okay, I deserve that one.
Do your thing.
Yeah, bring it. Yeah. So, you know, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's one of many, many screw ups on the Mike Alvis side.
Love it. Did you ever get a squad stuck?
Ooh,
I've done that with a Crown Vic.
never got a squad stuck. I did get a Humvee stuck one time.
Oh, no shit.
Down in Fort Polk, Louisiana. Yeah. And I was driving the battalion commander. I was a sergeant major, and me and the battalion commander had gone to a meeting, right? I'm driving back, and I'm like, oh, I can go through this freaking
Easy.
mud hole, you know, in this thing. Easy. Nope.
Oh,
I mean,
dude.
right in the middle of it.
Stuck.
And the I was in the Cav unit at the time, and the squadron commander was actually I'd known the guy for years, and he's like, he looks over at me, he goes, "This is your mess. I'm out of here." So I had to freaking get a recovery team to come out and pull me out. And like, he just walked off. He's like, "You did it. You deal with it."
You want to talk about putting your tail between your legs?
Yeah.
Calling the recovery team, like, fuck,
Yeah,
now I'm going
yeah.
to get shit. I
Yeah.
had to do that.
Roger sure got it.
Yeah. The
You
same
know?
guy that made me put rocks in my pocket, I had to
Yeah.
call him, and he,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, turn your lights on, I can't see you.
Yeah.
So I had to fucking turn my lights on so everyone could see me that's going down fucking Normantown Road.
Yeah.
And he's just taking pictures of me. He's busting my fucking balls. We had to call a tow truck out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then you're waiting for the next person to mess up, so
Uh-huh.
everybody leaves you alone.
Or The one that every cop has done at least once in their career, lock your keys in a squad car.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
100%.
Hey, 750, 784, can you come over and
Why?
meet with me?
Why?
Yeah. Why?
Sit over the air.
I just got a question.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever, because I always had a second key. I went and got a second key made.
Yeah.
I thought I did one on a traffic stop, and I left my fucking lights on. I'm like, I'm a fucking idiot. I'm gonna look so fucking stupid. I was like talking to the backup officer. I'm like, hey dude, I think I left my keys in the car. He's like, you fucking dumbass. I'm like, can you go back to the station, get the second set? And I'm like, oh fuck, did I put it in my pocket? I'm like, thank God. You feel like such a fucking dumbass, especially when you did a traffic stop and your lights are on.
Yeah. And you're like, you can go now. I'll just stay here.
I gotta check something. I thought I saw. You're good to go.
Yeah.
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 Oh shit, brother.
We all mess up. And
Absolutely.
And for your whole career, it's not just when you're new. You're going to make mistakes.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Just take accountability and learn from them.
Yeah.
In life in general,
Yeah.
use that shit in your fucking normal life.
Yeah. Agreed.
Well, brother, we talked about a lot, man. Is there anything else you want to hit before we take
did.
off?
No, I just, hey, again, just want to reiterate, the part about how awesome my wife is and,
Shout
helping
out.
me through all my shit. And
Shout out Elizabeth.
yeah, shout
right?
out to Elizabeth and my kids too,
Yeah.
Chance, Hannah, and Cole, they during those dark days, they put up with a lot. And
Love it, man.
And they're still, hey, they're my biggest fans. So.
Thanks for taking care of Tank.
Absolutely, man.
Love it, brother.
Absolutely.
What about the future? Anything happening in the future? We got some big news. Anything coming down the pipe?
Back to doing the PTI thing on a very regular basis. We've got rifle instructor class coming up here in a couple weeks. I'm going to be out there all week for that. And then we got brand new recruit class, 102 kids.
Let's go.
We checked in on May 3rd, 102 new ones.
And you're all getting smoked.
Yeah. Yeah. But, they're from all over the state, too. That's the cool thing.
Love it.
They're from everywhere from Rockford down to Cairo. I mean, these kids are from all over the place. So, summer class is always pretty tough, heat, weather.
Oh, yeah.
But, they stay locked in and we'll give them everything we got. Like,
Good.
Every bit of training we can get you, we'll give to you, and that way, the most rewarding thing for me as an instructor is, hearing those kids come back or getting an email or a phone call and they say, hey, that stuff you taught us, that really helped. That really worked, and we get that stuff frequently.
Love it,
it's
man.
like, hey, that stuff you taught us, it's the real deal. It works. So,
Love it, brother.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, man. Well, thank you for coming out to the podcast. Thanks for driving all the way up here, dude. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thanks for having me on. I'm humbled. And like I said, I've seen some of the previous guests you've had, and I'm really, really humbled to be in that company. So.
Oh, brother. The honor's all mine.
Yeah.
I promise you that. Maggie, you got anything before we take off?
No, it was great meeting you and hearing your stories.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Love it. Appreciate you guys tuning in to another episode of Beyond the Dispatch. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment in the comment section what you guys liked. We got a lot more for you in the future. Have a good one, you guys.